Hello, everybody. We are here with, a returning session to everybody's favorite game. This is the Haunting of Harrowstone. And man, episode 8. It's. I'll be honest. It's good to see everybody's faces. We've had a few weeks off, courtesy of moving and illness and hospital. It's. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a wild couple of weeks. How's everybody doing?
Wild.
That's
good to date.
Good. Well, I mean, go team venture.
A long trip, but I'm here. I made it in time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad that everybody's here. I hope everybody's excited. I know that it's been a minute since that we played, so why don't we try to recap to the best of our ability? Yeah, those faces are priceless. What? Just anybody give me anything that you can remember.
Something was under the bed. All right.
Right. We found out about the haunt siphons a little more too.
And you may only have one eye.
Yeah, Eli tried to look through the planchette and it resisted him greatly, and he was very stubborn, and he put it up to his eye and it burned him, so now he has symbols around his eyes.
Yeah.
Holy
it
symbol,
said, I tried to warn you, the forge will burn you now.
He has holy symbols tattooed to his face like Mike Tyson.
Burned in there.
Of a different god than the one he worships. And he's a paladin.
It's gotta go.
Fine.
Yeah, that's not gonna be
I thought whatever was in the room was like trying to stop me from using the thing. You know, not like my divine entity. I was like, screw you, evil thing. I'm gonna look. Like, you can't stop me. And then it turned out that's what I thought in my like,
well, you
tired
thought
stupor
wrong,
last
sir.
time.
You thought wrong.
Well, it ended up breaking off into your eye because I believe
little piece.
Oz tried to remove it.
Look, I'm not a doctor, but when your boy got something in the eye, you help him out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever encountered that with my friends before.
Yeah, my homies aren't.
You're supposed to put like a cup over it.
Look, Ello, if something gets stuck in your eye, I'll hook you up.
Oh, thank you. But I'm gonna go to a doctor probably.
Well, if you guys can recall, he can still see. The irritant was no longer there.
Yeah.
He said it didn't hurt
okay, but
anymore,
let me make it clear to chat though. It broke and then it went into his eye, and then Oz tried to remove it and it broke a second time, leaving a little of it in his eye.
Yeah.
So
a little bit.
Yeah, so he might not be irritated by it, but he's got a piece of fucking glass in his eye.
It's only
Let's be clear, evil glass.
Evil glass.
Is it
evil
glass?
Yeah, this is potentially evil glass.
Potentially evil glass.
This is just some regular glass, all right?
Yeah.
This is some evil glass. This is some fucked up evil glass. You don't want to fuck with this
the god
glass?
of death.
Right.
You don't want to look through this thing on a normal day and he has it shoved in his goddamn eye, okay? That's what's happening here, chat. That's what I need you to know. All right?
Everything's fine. Nothing is fine.
Just out of character, was it Torag is your god?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Bub, like GM, like...
Yeah, what's up?
Is it gonna piss off Torag to have, like, symbols of another god, like, tattooed on
I got a plan.
Isn't like his body supposed to be a temple and shit?
So it's weird, right? It's weird per the character and how they their relationship to their god at the time and their devotion to their god. And Eli received the warning from the forge. It, from all intents and purposes, what you could perceive, it was heating the brass. So the brass was charging with heat, and he was being burned, and he was warned. But what happened to the glass had nothing to do with the glass, or with the brass planchette actually heating up. It has everything to do with his connection to his god, going with the extreme connection to the planchette. When you have that much divinity, that's sort of clashing together, a minor, nuanced magical device will disrupt, sometimes often destroy. I mean, I rolled for it, and it rolled on destruction. I just didn't anticipate that happening. I do have a critical fail, critical success deck here that I intend to use for the sake of this game. So you guys will get cool scenes, but based on what happens here, it can be really cool things like not only do you manage to sever their arm, but you hinder their next attack, or they drop their weapon, or something like that. They're actually pretty interesting. But in this case, the instrument broke. However, what does that mean for Eli now that he is branded by his second god? How many tales have you ever been a part of where there is a paladin that has devotion to one god, but the branding of another? What can this mean? This is a tale for me to experience. Yeah, like this is gonna be really cool. And I think I'm not gonna lie, I got a message earlier today while I was in the middle of recording another show from Cobalt, and he's like, all right, how fucked am I? Like, really, let's be real here. And not at all. I'll tell him just like I'm going to tell you guys right now. It's like, I 100% promise you that you are fine. The story is just going to get way more interesting going forward. And I honestly believe that. I think it's going to be super cool because it's new ground, and that's what this is all about. We get to see all kinds of new things. Plus, for the first time, we saw Oz use magic not fuck up. Like, it worked as intended. All the way through.
I don't believe it.
I didn't see it.
Something has gone wrong. We're just waiting to find it.
Oh, God.
There's glass in his eye.
There is.
Hey, I wasn't the cause of the glass in the eye. Even Oz said, are you sure you want to do that? And he did it.
Yeah. Which is the biggest sign ever. If Oz says, should we? Like, that should be a thing. Like,
every time I rely on Oz for something, I regret it like 5 seconds later.
That is not Rye's experience.
No, mine neither.
I know.
I got food.
Every time I count on Oz
attention,
they are there. They are there for Rye. All right. I bet if that was my eye, I would have made it out okay.
I would have grown a peach tree out of your eye.
The connection and friendship I have with Oz, it would have pulled us through. You should have built that connection. Eli, I'm sorry.
I tried.
Okay.
So there was.
I like to think the bad mojo between you is what caused the breaking of the glass.
It wasn't actually just Eli's eye that had anything go wrong with it. Oz's eye as well. And yeah.
That's right. When Oz was looking through the planchette, it was really hard to do.
That's because we did
a
series of rerolls. If you remember, I forced you to reroll twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude,
so
great.
The blood vessel in your eye bursts, and your eyes actually, it looks like it's like a pool of blood now with the colored iris. So I think it really entertains a look, and seeing you guys come downstairs with one fine eye each is going to make for an interesting story.
I mean, Oz's eyes were already creepy to begin with, so
Something happened to Rye. Can anyone remember what happened to Rye?
I know was.
I remember what happened to Rye.
Kenra, he grabbed Kenra, right? And took her somewhere.
I did.
He took her off the bed.
I also did something else.
Yeah, he did something else too.
Yeah, there was something
took the pocket watch.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a pocket watch.
And he was going to go outside and bury it. But then Bub was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And then he rolled for it. And then he was like, all right, we won't do it. Well,
I think the ghost of like Petros came and was like, don't fucking do this. Which I took it. I didn't know how to take it if like that was the DM being like, don't fuck with that shit. Or if it was really like it could be anything, right? It could have been just this entity that was just trying to dissuade me. And maybe that was the right thing to do. I don't know what's going on. So I just made a roll, and I just went with whatever it gave me, which was that I just go back inside the house, which I
probably
looking back on it, I think that was probably the best bet. I think I stuffed it in my bag though.
Yep, you did.
I think I still have it.
You
now it's like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do with it? I thought maybe this would be like
still plenty of time. You could put it back up if you wanted, or you could just be like, deuces, and I'm running out the back door to bury it out back.
I saw him grab
out the back door,
right?
like because the front door is going to be different for a ghost than the back door. I feel like whatever door I go to, a ghost is going to show.
I'm just waiting on Rye to like tuck and roll out a window.
Like that ghost was only watching the front door. Like if I would have gone out the back, he wouldn't have stopped me at all.
So what else
Yeah,
happened?
I saw him grab something and then he said mums, so like mouthed it. So Oz was like, all right, cool. We got another secret going. But he doesn't know what he grabbed out of the pocket.
Yeah, I thought we all agreed to not keep secrets from each other when we had a powwow.
We haven't had a powwow yet to reveal our new secrets. These are new secrets in a new time happening in real time with an emergency. I haven't had a chance to tell you before you shove a glass in your eye. Okay.
Before the glass eye situation, though, we moved the bed and we found that wolf's tail and another letter. So originally we found the letter V, and now we found the letter E.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we only with 2 letters, right? Just V and E.
Yes.
Yeah, so far.
We also coincidentally met someone named Vesoriana.
Yes, you did.
Just, I don't know what the first 2 letters of Vesoriana are, but just something.
Was that the ghost lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Oz? What did Oz uncover from that meeting?
I saw her.
Yes.
And she told me a little bit of her story, which was that she was late and she should have been at home, but she went to go see the guy that she loved who was in prison and she stumbled in and she was looking for the warden, but there were no guards to be found when she came in there, and then she could see that the lift had been fallen into the ward below and there were prisoners like holding them, or what she thought they were holding them, and then there was like a dark mysterious voice that was like, you know not to say more, and then she like flew away in her little ghostliness, and Oz was like, wait, I ain't done talking to you, lady. But it was too late, and then Oz was like, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, it's creepy.
There were tracks
leading off as well from the person that
that was before though. That was like that was the previous episode.
That was the same episode.
That was
you made a choice.
I made a choice. They were already washed away and gone by the time I got done, so I couldn't follow them anymore.
That was like,
I went towards the creepy crying voice, which
That's what.
So we know there's
a horror films. You're like, don't do it. Don't open the closet.
That's what I want to propose to the players. There will oftentimes be a situation where you have to choose left or right, and when you take left, right is no more an option. It's gone.
Listen, Oz here's a crying lady. He's gonna go make sure she all right.
I got you. I think
it was a good choice.
I mean, there was.
We just have to remember there's a physical entity that put that blood there. Because it left physical tracks, right? So.
Well, it started raining and getting really creepy. Dark,
torrential downpour. It started filling up the steps, and kind of the sand and the mud of the bank began to fill back over after absorbing it. So, yeah, you might have been able to track it. You rolled very well, if I can recall, and it would have led to a few different stops, I believe. But you could have found out whom it was, or what it was, even. But yes, you
found something else.
You did. You found something else. You said that this woman had been missing the person that she was visiting in the prison. Whom was she visiting in the prison?
The warden. It was the warden's wife, wasn't it?
Yeah. The warden.
It's the warden's wife.
Maybe they want her specifically, something to do with her. I don't know. Because I think they're like looking for somebody in the prison, right?
Well, just as a little bit of a leak here, I'm gonna drop some information so everybody knows. She wasn't supposed to come out yet. She's not supposed to be a part of the tale for a few more sessions, but the harrowing cards brought her into action sooner.
So what you're telling us,
the deck of harrowing,
that our milkshake brings all the girls to the yard.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
To the yard, yeah. And they're like, I'm spookier than you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And hot, I guess.
So courtesy,
she was a pretty hot ghost. Yeah, not gonna lie, would do.
Oh yeah, yeah. That voice, dude. The voice that you used, for her, like, is there an hourly basis? I could just have you sort of ASMR that.
Right, like, is there a Patreon tier?
Yeah, could you just
phone call?
Is it weird if I just want you to talk to me in that voice while I go to sleep? Is that possible? Or
for $1.99 a minute, I can make anything happen.
Listen, I think you should start a YouTube channel Bub ASMR.
Oh my god.
Put some of your D&D
Take my
voices,
card.
ghost lady voices on there. I'm just saying, it's $1 million idea.
Ghost
You'd be an
lady
idiot not to
ASMR.
pursue it.
Post
Whatever.
a number 1 in
In a
chat
hot
if
tub.
you're into it.
Like, okay, hold on a second, but seriously,
dragon
everybody
outfit.
here when you did that voice was like, damn, that's a good voice. And everyone in the chat was like, oh, fuck. It was like chef's kiss. It was a perfect voice.
I'm just saying, chat's in on this being a secondary job for you, bub.
Well,
OnlyFans, but just that voice.
Why does everybody want my side hustle more than my main hustle? What's happening? I'm afraid. Y'all dirty, okay? Only ghosts. Yeah, only ghosts.
Side hustle.
Yep, for sure. Well, yes. All things. Thank you very much. I don't want to pass back over that, but thank you for that. I did a little planning for it, so I'm glad that it went over very well. What was happening in the bedroom? Yeah, I feel like we went right over it.
Didn't we? I was gonna say, didn't we just talk about that?
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on, hon. Can you do the voice? Can you still do it?
What do you want here, friend?
You know what we want.
Yeah, you don't let the chat. Don't leave the chat hanging.
Just close chat.
Chat's like, I'm new here.
I'm
chat. If all of you sub, how many are there?
Oh my god.
Then maybe.
Wow,
maybe
you're
Bub
gonna
will do
hold
the voice.
hostage the voice?
Look,
Yeah, see.
I'll hostage the voice.
Listen,
Damn!
it's a risky move.
Damn.
Gotta
All
Gotta get
right.
the dollar bill.
Right?
My goodness, guys.
If you sub, he will actually welcome you in the voice.
Oh no.
Oh, I
Not like
that.
this.
Sub, I like it.
You know, that's interesting that they volunteered that. I'll have to get back with you another time on it, however.
Yeah. We're just like offering up all these things and just being like, all right, Bub, he's there, he's doing it.
Yeah.
It's happening right now. On top of everything else he has to do tonight.
I'm new to the area, looking for a nice ghost voice I can take home to my parents.
All of
Hold on a
space and
second.
time gets it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
gets
all
it.
of space and time gets it.
Thanks,
Yes.
guys.
That's all you need.
Short of what immediately just occurred, what else happened in the bedroom? For curiosity's sake, other things did occur. There was a reason that you guys didn't go in. You were just waiting at the door.
Because Kendra was asleep, right?
Yes.
Originally, she was
Well,
asleep, and we were
I might have knocked her out. And
Color
then
sprayed her.
Someone carried her out of the room, and then they were trying to take care of her, and then there were creepy kids.
Well, we found blood at first, right? Didn't we? Or like some
there was
sort of
singing.
markings.
I
And-
didn't. Torvin and Temerity.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
yeah,
we
somebody
were
did.
downstairs with Pevrin,
Mm.
who
Being
was
sensible.
The creepy kids.
yeah, exactly. It got all sorts of like poltergeist Chucky down there, and I was not. I mean, in character I was fine, but out of character I was,
90%
then-
of this campaign, I've had nothing spooky happen to me at all. So, like, I just think it's all you guys.
Time
What
stop
you
for
had
you.
to go? What you were tracking
Yeah,
like
the
ghosts? You were tracking ghosts of like former people you arrested.
and
Yeah.
smells and time
Human.
stops and
Oh, don't shake your head. What? That definitely happened.
a normal
You're a
day.
stubborn dwarf.
Good, it's good stuff. Yeah, the kids were there. There was a particular. Oh, thank you so much, Jen Human. That's our second luck reroll, guys. For every 10 gift subs that come through or new subs, that's a luck reroll. For
Oh
all
yeah,
the
how many
players.
rerolls we
I'm gonna
got?
need
You
those
guys are
for
currently
my
at
eye.
2. You guys are currently at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, homies,
Just think of them as
we
eye
need more.
rerolls tonight.
They might.
We need way
squint
more
really
than
hard.
They
two.
might, especially since tonight's game is probably going to go a little bit longer since we missed out. We're going to run with it. X9, thank you for the 5. Yeah, you saw the kids, and they were singing a song. Not just any song. It was a song that made more than a couple of you very, very uncomfortable. I could tell by rewatching it and your faces. Misty, you were having feelings about it. I'm most certain.
I don't know if you recall when you brought the concept of this game to me, but I recall reminding you how much I am not a horror fan.
Yes.
And that I was like, I'm gonna do this because I'm stretching my boundaries. I'm loving it. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it really does like freak with me, which is funny because my character's like whatever, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
personally,
Your character's
no,
badass.
I liked it though. I like it.
Kissinator just put us back in. We're in three luck rolls now. So
My dad.
they
Keep them coming, homies.
they sang up a
It's
song.
my actual dad.
Kissinator is?
Yep.
Right on. Thanks, Cobalt Dad.
Aw.
Appreciate that, bud. Very kind of you.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Papa.
the dad bolt. Yeah.
Wait. Who's dad?
My dad. It's Kissinator.
That's adorable.
Nice.
Oh, Kissinator. What's up?
He likes the band Kiss.
I mean,
we have
yes.
met.
I saw Kiss.
I've seen Kiss twice alive before.
I've seen them live once.
Wow, man, I'm fucking missing out over here.
I'm old.
I'm like, like
my looks are deceiving. I'm older.
I feel like your Vixen opened up for them, so I feel you.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen Vixen in a long time.
Oh yeah. I saw them with Ozzy too, but
I've seen Ozzy probably like 5-6 times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. So
specifically from the song, I remember sturgeons being mentioned. I remember that being a weird word.
Yeah, sturge. Does anybody know what a sturge actually is?
Yes.
No idea.
I know what a sturge is.
What is a sturge?
Like a sturgeon, but
sturge
like
is
a monkey.
A monkey?
If I had to guess.
Giant, like mosquitoes that will suck you dry.
Yeah.
Basically.
Big bugs.
Like
big creepy bug.
Yeah. It's like a giant mosquito.
Juicy coming through with 10 gift subs. Puts us up there at 4 lucky rolls. Thank you so much.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Wait, one more.
Sturges are nasty things, but there was more to the song. Let me see if I can find this. I'll go over this to see
like the
what.
Lopper will come get your head or something. And
yeah. I don't know the lyrics to the song, but all I know is it was creepy.
I'll do it for everybody again here, just so you guys can know, or you could write it down if you'd like to. He says, or she said, these children, they said, put her body on the bed, take a knife, and lop her head. Watch the blood come out of the pipe, feeds the sturge, so nice and ripe. Drops of red, so sparkly bright, splatters spell her name just right. With a hammer, killed his wife, now he wants to claim your life. Tricksy father tells a lie, listen close, or you will die. Yeah, it was, one of those really innocuous yet fun and harmless songs that children sing, at the playground or the bus stop, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. So
it almost sounds like an order that things need to be done or something.
It did say something like splattered blood spelled her name or something like that.
Drops of red.
Right.
Okay, so we got what do we have? The letters.
Just right.
And the lady's name was
Visoriana.
Okay, so I think we're making some connections here on some level.
Yeah, we just don't know how to spell that name.
I think that she only
at least Ellohime is. I don't know if Rye is.
Well, I think that the song. Did everybody hear the song, or was it just
no?
It was Temerity and Torvin.
Okay.
Yeah, Temerity and Torvin.
Go sing that. I'm super excited for them.
It could be another killer because we have the Lopper, and then we have the Strangler guy from before with the perfume.
Mm-hmm.
And then that could be like another prisoner, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a prison, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just any regular prison. What was so particular about this prison?
It had the worst criminals held in it.
It was a super prison. It was a prison designed to have the absolute
super
worst.
Jail?
Sort of.
Super jail?
Sort of.
So we're in Colorado, is what you're saying.
But infinitely better. It wasn't quite
like
a gulag.
Willy Wonka's, but a prison.
Well, kind of. It's not a Willy Wonka that you want to be a part of, I think.
We lick the
a
walls.
Super jail.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. You can, in fact, lick the walls. Or I wouldn't lick the walls. I'm just saying you can. I wouldn't recommend it. But yes.
You know where those walls have been, and you don't want to lick it.
I rolled to see if I lick the walls.
Yeah. I rolled to see if I watched Temerity lick the walls.
No.
Roll to see if we lick the walls together.
Terrible, man.
Oh my God. On opposite sides of the wall at the same time.
Oh, it's like a full Doctor Who thing.
I love it.
My God.
Our
My
characters
levels
are
of
doing
uncomfort
Yes, we
are
are.
rising. The session ended with a particular individual reappearing. After the children had sang their song, they tucked Peverin back into bed, very tightly enough, like they even tucked his sheets under the mattress. And then a woman appeared, and she was humming a song. She made this almost hushed whisper out to everyone else that was there, but that is where the session had ended, with Oz and Eli coming down the stairs, Rye stepping away from his bag after he'd put the pocket watch away, and Torvin and Temerity. The room was beginning to fill with this like almost mist-like smoke. And this is where we ended the session. So we're going to pick it up right there and see what kind of madness can occur tonight. As it stands, we have 4 luck rerolls. We have room for a 5th. There is no card that was drawn today, so we have nothing in the regards of the harrowing cards, which is okay. It's all right. Coming back to that, and yeah, let's run with it. Let me see if I can find that song. Who would like to begin first? Is there anybody here that wanted to sort of take the reins? It's going to be open floor, available for anyone and everyone.
Is who is with Kendra?
Right, I think.
I mean, she is what, cooking or
No.
doing the fire or something?
No,
she's
knocked
blinded.
out. I stunned her.
She's
she got
stunned
blinded.
and blinded.
So she's not cooking very well.
No, no. No, she is. I would say she's not cooking very well. No.
Yeah.
You set her down on the stool in the hallway.
Okay. All right. And she's just sitting there patiently, quietly, because that's so Kendra.
Well, I mean, she's blind.
So quiet and patient.
She's blind and deafened for like 40 seconds.
Somehow I don't think that would stop her from talking.
Well, she was crying before. She was freaking out because she couldn't see.
She was also confused. That's part of the whole interaction of that spell.
Sorry, I have a love-hate relationship with Kendra right now. I don't know what to think about her. I don't know what to think about her.
Well,
Rye is very conflicted.
You set her there. Rye, we'll start there actually. Rye, you were stepping out of the study. You've just zippered your bag back up, tying it back off with the leather straps, and there you can see Oz and Eli coming down from the steps. You also can hear some sort of humming from the rear side, back where where Temerity and Eli had been resting. This is a woman's voice you're not familiar with. It definitely doesn't sound like Temerity.
And I can hear this coming from behind them?
From the it's base floor, right? So from where Temerity and Torvin are in the rear side of the home.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna ignore all that. I'm gonna go to my pack and I'm gonna grab that watch and I'm gonna go to the bathroom with my pack.
Okay. All right. So tensions are rising. You rush over to your bag and then you move to the washroom.
Yes.
You pass by.
I just say, hey, I got to use the bathroom. Basically, I just real quick, and then I just beeline it.
All right, Oz, Eli, that's exactly what you see. Rye hastily moves his way to the washroom, and he. What do you want to do here? Do you just accept it for what it is, or you try? Like, the floor's open. Tell me what you guys want to do.
Do you close the door when you go into the washroom?
Yeah, like I grab my bag and I just go into the washroom. Guy's got to go. He's got to go.
I'm on the floor with a hand over my eye, like squinting. I just got stabbed in the eye with some glass, and my hand is very burnt. So I'm a little disoriented, and I have no idea what I should do because my character's like is shook right now. Because he's starting to realize it may be his faith and not some evil spirit that was trying to warn him.
Sure.
So he's not going to really notice what the hell Rye's doing.
Okay.
Right now.
Would you say that you were like sitting down on the steps?
Or... probably like against the door
okay.
to the bedroom.
Okay. All right.
Where we're like looking at the pool of blood and the wolf tail on the ground. Which I still feel like should be disposed of because I don't think that something like that should be in the house. Do I hear the sound at all of the singing from upstairs?
Likely so. Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess Eli would look over to Oz and he'd say, "What the hell is that now?"
I don't know, but you want me to go check?
You hear that, right?
I mean,
it's not just me.
No, I hear it too. Creepy humming sound.
I don't think both of us should go. I'm gonna sit here for just a minute and try to figure out what to do about this blood.
All right. I'll let Ryan know on my way down. Oz will knock on the washroom door and just be like, "Y'all right in there?"
You're muted.
I just respond back pretty, kind of casually, just yeah, I'm fine. Just
Eli's got something in his eye, but I'm gonna go figure out where that weird singing's coming from.
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm doing now. Going towards the creepy singing, it's fine. And Oz walks down the stairs cautiously. I think he's going to stealth before he gets there. So if I can be sneaky, I would.
Sure, give me a stealth. Let's see what you got.
And Bub, when you get a minute, like whenever, I'm just going to be like looking at
10.
Lock it, whatever it is.
Okay.
The watch.
For what it's worth, if there's anything that you as players need to say to me without everybody else knowing, you can fire it directly over to Discord in a DM or PM, and I'll get that. Guaranteed. So I'm happy to. Oz, you begin to stealth, moving very, very quietly amidst the steps, gingerly so. You notice as you're starting to slow your movements, peering over the stairwell into the hall, that there's a faint mist, almost a smoke, that seems to be rolling into the open hallway and study.
Oz walks slower.
Okay, you begin to move very slowly. You can see probably 10 or so feet away from the bottom of the steps where there is a stool in the hall. Kendra is just holding her face, and you can hear her sort of muttering under her voice, but you can't make out what the words are. And she doesn't seem to
sound like the humming is coming from her?
No, it does not.
Okay. Oz will sneakily, or he thinks he's sneakily, make his way through the fog towards Kendra.
Okay. You continue to move, shifting your way through this mist that's now sort of like permeating through the home. You make your way to the rear side of the house, and this is where you'll find Torvin and Temerity. They're standing just inside of the doorway. Torvin is armed with his...
Did I not get to Kendra first?
Oh, you were getting to Kendra, excuse me. You can. There's nothing there obstructing you, not even a little bit.
All right. I think he just puts his hand on her to like let her know that he's there.
Okay.
You all right?
When you do, there's like almost like a quick jar away from that, and her hands sort of come down, and her eyes are moving very rapidly, but there is nothing that gives you the context that she can actually see anything.
I know that I cast a spell on her, so I'm assuming I know the repercussions of the spell. Oz will like get kind of closer to her ear if he can. I know he's really short, but she's sitting on a stool, so hopefully he can reach. And he'll just be like, "You're gonna be all right. It's just gonna take about a minute."
Her hands begin to move up to you to sort of make out who you are, and it like touches your cheek and pulls away just from the sensation of skin and heat, and then starts to move up, and then she kind of recoils back and she just starts looking around. This is probably an incredibly scary thing for her. Having immediately lost her sight and her hearing. You know that it's only a matter of time, but in the meantime, she is definitely shook by this.
Yeah, I think Oz is just going to try to reassure her.
Okay, as you do. Moving to Rye in the bathroom, in this washroom, you're investigating this pocket watch.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a look over. Just open it up. Turn it over, see if there's any inscription, see if there's anything, secret compartment, anything.
Okay, give me a perception.
Because I just got stopped by a ghost, so it's got to be worth something. I'm trying to figure out why. And I know exactly how to get to my character sheet because I'm really good at using roll 20. All right. Perception?
Yes. Yeah, you actually can see there appears to be a more bulbous back than actually needs to be. Now you know that Petros constantly palmed this, but you never really gathered whether or not there was something that was pertinent about it. You never really got to see the raw size of it. However, it does feel like there is something a little extra to this. You notice that the brass fittings to the watch itself seem to be aged differently.
Okay, so like it was like these were newer like screws or something, like
potentially like the whole rear side of the pocket watch appears to have been in almost like an aftermarket addition to the watch.
Okay, so is there some way that I like if I had the right tool that I could just like unscrew it?
Yes, yeah, you could do that if you wanted to, or you could just manhandle it.
I don't know what's in my pack. If there would be something I could use that would fit whatever is here, but I do have my whole pack. I mean, which would be anything that I would be traveling with. I know I have that like pocket knife, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Would that be useful or is it too small? I'm trying to visualize like what exactly the mechanism looks like.
It's probably a bit too small.
Like by eyeballing it, does it look easier to just use my hands, or would it?
Oh no, you think the knife would probably help you. If your best guess by looking at this is if you just use your hands, you would probably end up breaking the device. The knife,
I don't want to do that.
The knife would likely potentially like break the seal, right? Like it's not at this point they haven't really like mastered the art of screws, so it's got some sort of a seal that's sort of holding this bit together.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get the knife and try to just carefully open it.
Sure. Give me a. Oh boy. It's just a dex check, so let's just go with your sleight of hand at this case. You're trying to move very, very gingerly so as to not destroy the device.
Sure.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's also not great. You sort of.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. How many re-rolls do we have?
4. You have 4 of them.
So this will take me down to 3.
That's not any better.
I
7.
re-roll it again because I'm really good at re-rolling things. So I'm gonna re-roll that. And I suck both, and I'm going to use another re-roll.
I believe in you. Heart of the cards. Here it is. Natural 20.
This is the last re-roll because fuck everything. Fuck everything. Fuck everything. I hate the world. Everything sucks. Hopefully all my bad mojo is out now.
Oh, if there was ever a time for 10 more gift subs.
Oh my God, that's too good.
I don't plead with you very often, but
I just want to see
there are Rise out there in the world that need help. And you can help them
by subscribing. One more reroll.
Oh my God! Please don't.
Watch, it's gonna be like a 5.
Honestly, Bub, will you even allow that to happen?
Of course, of course.
Okay, all right. So I got my last one right now.
Oh, big money, no whammy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
The way that I'll rule this in this case, since like you realize that every time that you're kind of moving the knife, it's slipping, and you were just moments away from sort of snapping it. So you're just pacing yourself, just being very, very, very careful, right? And you're.
And then I stab myself in the arm and I'm bleeding everywhere.
Pick lock.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. All right. Okay, chat. This is for you and your love and your belief in me. This represents everything between us. Yeah, that sounds right. Really that seems right. That seems appropriate.
Oh man,
seems appropriate.
We rolled to the same number.
That's fair.
Seems appropriate. Yeah. All right. We're strangers, pretty much. You and I, chat. We're not really that close.
Well,
we're about a 6 out of 20, I'd say.
The compatibility is not really high with this one. Compatibility is not high, but that's all right. You managed to get the sharper end of the blade sort of just tucked up under this brass lip, and you know that the seal where you have you've managed to fit this under here, you're going to bend it. Your raw strength in this is everything that's going to open this, and it's going to function. You can even likely put it back together, but anyone will be able to notice this.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And while I'm doing it, Rye is cursing under his breath that he wished he had learned more delicate trades,
Yeah, of course.
Like just regretting, like, God, I wish I wasn't so fucking crazy,
Right, just mumbling under his breath, in an alternate universe, I wouldn't have screwed this up.
You managed to do so. You managed to flinch this brass, and it actually causes a crack in the side of this. So if anyone inspects this whatsoever, they're gonna know that this was cracked or busted open or even had fallen. But you bend some of the brass with it as well. However, you pop the rear side off of it, and there is a key. There is a small silver key, larger than a traditional lock, but just large enough. It's actually in 2 pieces, and it's meant to connect together. It will make a key that is larger than the pocket watch itself. What do you do with this?
I take the key. I take the key and I was thinking maybe swallow it, but then I was like, that's a little extreme for the moment. Maybe I'll use that as a last, ditch effort. But I am gonna take it. Rad's gonna take it. He's gonna take the key, and he's gonna try to put. Is there anything else? Like, is there like an inscription or anything? It's just that key. That's it.
Just that key.
Okay, I take the key and I try to close it up as best I can. I am trying to sort of not hurry, but like, I definitely want to kind of move with purpose, so it doesn't seem like I'm spending 20 minutes in the fucking bathroom.
You got it.
So I take the key. I try to put back the locket as best I can, so it doesn't look as tampered with, but clearly someone's going to see it. And I'm going to pocket that as well. And as soon as I leave the bathroom, I'm going to put my pack down and I'm going to go into the room under the pretenses of investigation, and I'm going to put it back exactly where it was at.
Sure. Okay. Seems good.
That's my plan. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. Perfect. Then with a small amount of care, you will move in that direction. But before you do, the camera is going to pan back and move to Torvin and Temerity. At this point, you've been hearing this woman humming, and this mist seemed to flow from beneath her, almost filling this room with this almost like foggy standing mist. This almost foam even. Just writhes around you, moves, undulates of its own accord. She's still very, very carefully petting Peverin's head, moving his hair out of his eyes. What do you do?
I'll look over and should we tell them about that song? I'm feeling like I don't know about you. That usually doesn't happen when I'm just wait, is the room still filled with smoke? Like, remember there was like a fog that had come in. I forgot about that part. That's probably a little bit more pressing.
Yes.
Okay, so is it smell like smoke, or is it clearly like a mist? Is it?
It's more misty. I wouldn't say that it's quite like
really?
a smoke sense. It's not giving you like that burning or that char scent. No, not. I just realized what I did. Forgive me.
It's okay when your name is like a noun or a verb or whatever. It happens. Okay, so then I would probably start trying to wave it frantically away. How far away from him am I?
From Torvin or from Peverin?
From
So Torvin,
Torvin.
You are quite. You could like elbow each other.
Okay, how tall is Torvin again?
Torvin.
Not very.
No.
Not very. Like a little under 40.
If I start like waving, I'm not gonna whack him in the face or.
No.
Not in the face. No.
Okay.
No, you'll be right.
I'm gonna start trying to like wave the mist away, and like I'm used to somewhat, I don't know, weird things happening, especially in the last like 48 hours. Just
Torvin's not. This is not his jam. He's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, are you okay? Is everything okay? Is the kid okay? Is the mist moving as we like?
Yeah, it's moving.
Whack my water over.
Where is it coming from?
At this point, with the two of you saying that, the woman looks back. Her eyebrows sort of shift up on her head. The hair seems to continue moving as if she's free floating on water. And again, she just goes, shh. We don't want to wake the boy.
No, of course not.
I'm gonna, we're still right next to bed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put my tail down because I just remembered I had one. Just on like the bed, just to make sure the kid's still there, right? Like, I'm not gonna like just like kind of like on like a shoulder, like a like I know I can't see him, but I can make sure he's not like
making sure he's alive.
Right, like he's still with us, buddy.
He's tangible.
Okay. Are we waiting for something? Like,
I don't know.
Because I mean, I'm addressing both you and like the lady. Like, what? Like, yeah, I get it.
Capture her like a Pokemon. Open one of those siphons and capture her.
Oz, you at this point you've already said to Kendra that she'll be all right. Are you gonna move back to where the humming was coming from? Is that what Oz does?
I think Oz is trying to reassure Kendra, and so he's gonna wait to make sure she's okay.
Sure. After probably 30 or so more seconds, her hearing comes back, and you can hear her begin to control her breathing. And in another 10 to 15 seconds, her sight comes back.
See, I told you, everything's gonna be all right. Just takes a little bit of time. Never mind.
She doesn't know what to say or do. She stands and, with some abrupt pace, she moves into the study nearest the fire.
All right, I guess we're gonna okay. She's just walking away from us.
Yes.
Some
people, you can tell that some people are they struggle, right? Like in moments like that, when that is taken away from them, they have to compartmentalize, if you will. And she's just sort of taking that in. Her world was not like this 2 weeks ago, and within those 2 weeks, not only has her father died, but now there's like proclamation of hauntings. There is something spooky that is happening, and people are dying. The town's going crazy. She's sort of losing it.
Oz will follow her into the study.
You notice that she's sort of breaking down some of the tinder to chuck into the fire, just sort of keeping her idle hands busy.
Yeah, and he'll be like, No, just let I can do that.
No. I'm fine. I'm not fine. Who's humming?
I don't know. That was something I was gonna go find out, but then I saw you and I wanted to make sure you're all right.
It's at this point that Rye exits the bathroom, this wash room of itself, and the door closes behind him. He comes back in with his bag into the study.
Oh, was he going into the study or was he going into Kendra's room?
Where are you going?
So when I walk out, I see Oz tending to Kendra, and Kendra just trying, kind of being a little crazy.
Yeah.
And okay. I don't even acknowledge what's happening. I walk right past and go to Kendra's room, or I attempt to.
Okay, sure. You immediately, you glance in briefly and you adjust stride, move your way up to the steps, and the moment that
as I pass Oz, though, I wink.
Okay.
I just want to wink as I pass by, just kind of.
You and your winking.
Yeah.
Oz is unsure about the winking.
I kind of wink and kind of over to Kendra, like I'm giving like a little sign, like keep her busy.
Gotcha.
You cast your wink.
I'm trying to do,
and you begin to move up the steps. When you reach the top of the steps and you round the banister, Eli is sitting just in front of Kendra's door, and he seems to be holding onto his head and his eye.
Also
I'm
winking.
covering it with my burnt ass hand. My burnt ass eye with my burnt ass hand.
I'm gonna attempt to just walk past him, almost as if like I have something very important to do.
Sure.
Okay, and I'm just gonna go past him into Kendra's room.
Okay, I want to know would Eli focus particularly in the situation? Are you still kind of like in your own world, holding onto your eye, trying to figure out what's going on?
He's by this time he's had a moment to collect his thoughts.
Sure.
And if Rye's coming up there and there's humming downstairs, that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he would just be like, "You done taking a piss?"
And as I'm walking by, if he's gonna say that to me while I go by, I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm gonna start to talk, but then I'm gonna just go like, "Oh fuck, what happened to you? Holy shit!" And I like look at him, and I like get down, and I'm really like.
You can see the symbols of Pharasma burned around his eye, burned into the hair, into the flesh of his cheek.
What does the eye itself look like?
The eye itself honestly looks fine.
Really? Okay.
It doesn't seem to have much in the way of damage. If you were to focus on it and get incredibly close, you might be able to see something there, some odd pigmentation or a cut in the eye itself, but you're going to have to get in there very, very close.
No, I'm just kind of like bending down, looking at him. His face is probably a little bit red, right? You know?
Like, this guy's blistered from the burn.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just basically like.
Hands all burnt too, as well.
Holy shit, man. Holy fuck. You got fucked up. And I'm just like leaning down, just kind of looking, just inspecting.
I tried to look through that damn thing and it got really hot. I don't know what happened. Oz helped me pull some, I guess, glass out of my eye that cracked from it heating up.
To this point, you can see down on the floor there are multiple pieces of glass that seem to be scattered in places.
At this point, Rye realizes that Oz used the planchette, even though Rye had said to the whole group, like, we probably shouldn't use that fucking planchette. I mean, it's not just Oz. Okay, it's not just Oz, but like Oz definitely had the planchette, and that was very much like we probably shouldn't use these things until we know. And so I just shake my head.
Oz gave him a warning.
Yeah, Oz looked through it and couldn't see anything, so I tried my hand.
Oh man!
And I wouldn't recommend touching that damn thing. I won't ever again.
Yeah, I tried to tell you guys some of these dark items. They can have all sorts of bad effects. Oof, man, you're gonna want to put some ice on that. There's probably something downstairs. Oz is down there if you need some help.
What are you doing back up here? I know you're not here checking on me.
I hear some weird humming from. Is it upstairs?
It's downstairs.
Downstairs. I know Temerity's down there, so I feel like maybe she's better suited for that. So I was going to investigate the room further.
Give me a bluff.
Sure. I really don't have any business doing any of this.
Sure.
I know.
That's really fucking good.
Yeah, I'll roll a 7.
Motive?
Yeah, it's sense motive. It's a post check.
Otherwise.
Eli, best you can understand, yeah, Rye he's pretty forthcoming about this. It seems like he's telling the truth.
I'm gonna save my roll for if I'm gonna lose another body part. Or not lose, but maybe have to take damage. All right, well, there's a big fucking pool of blood over there and a wolf tail, so have at it. I'm gonna go see where that humming's from.
When he says wolf tail, I kind of, because remember I had visions of a wolf, correct?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so I kind of react to that, and it's not subtle. But I just kind of nod at him, and I just tell him to, take care of yourself, man. I'll be back downstairs in a second.
All right. He'll get up and hobble up on his feet and like a wounded animal head downstairs to join the rest of the group and try to figure out what's going on.
Sure. Right, do you put the watch back immediately, or do you actually investigate the room?
I do both. The first thing though that I do is I take a, just a quick look around, just like anybody doing something fucking shady would do. Take a quick inventory of what's happening around them before they do the deed.
Yeah.
And as long as I don't see anything, that's the first thing I'm going to do is put it right back as close to as I remember it. I know it's all busted up, but whatever, I'm putting it back.
As far as you can tell, everything seems fairly ordinary by design. Short of the circumstances surrounding the Lorimore residence, and now this wolf's tail, the amount of blood. The bed itself had been turned on its side. There is what looks to be an E that was drawn on the bottom of the bed in blood.
Yeah, because this is the first time I've seen this shit.
Yeah.
I just want to see if the blood, how long the blood maybe has been dried. Just kind of just do a cursory look and just kind of investigate as best I can. And I will make a roll for that.
Right. Let's see what you got. You want to? What are you trying to determine first?
I'm just trying to. This is my first time seeing the scene. I'm just trying to get an idea if I recognize anything that maybe from Nadal, some sort of ritual. See if the blood is drying.
Sure.
Like there's sometimes weird things where like the blood isn't even drying and people don't even check that shit because it's fucking cursed. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing a cursory.
So then that would be a perception.
Yeah, I mean, I told him I was going to do that, so it'd be dumb if I just came right downstairs anyways.
As far as you can tell, I mean, short of the situation at hand, it all appears fairly nondescript. Nothing looks like it's a part of some sort of bizarre ritual. Nothing really reminds you of your homeland. You do think that the E is a bit bizarre. I imagine it's... The way, well, first and foremost, nobody really writes in blood unless they are committing some form of ritual.
Well,
under the bed.
Yes, it is. It was in fact under the bed. Like it was drawn on the bed, but from someone's perspective.
How? Like, does it look like a paintbrush? Does it look like somebody used a finger? I mean, like what? And if there's any sort of anything on the ground, like the blood, is it any kind of shape or?
Interesting enough, there are no prints on the ground. Nothing that looks like someone had touched the blood and then touched their hand down. But the bed itself, like where the E is written on the bed, it does look as if someone had taken like 2 or 3 fingers and sort of like slashed it up to mark the spot on the bed. It's definitely done with a hand, human hand or other, but a hand.
Does it look like a small hand, a large hand, like
large? You can tell it's large.
Large hand. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any smell in the air? Is there anything like any kind of? Does it smell like blood?
It does smell like it does smell like blood. It doesn't. It's not as if it's began to like intensely coagulate. The blood doesn't actually look as if it is very old. It is. It's started to develop some platelets on its top, so it's beginning to harden. But like just looking at the congealing mass, it does still move under the push of your finger.
So we're talking like within an hour?
Within an hour, yes.
Wow. Okay, so somebody did this within the hour while the door was closed and everything. A large hand.
Yes. Well, a face was under the bed too.
Yeah, and a face was under the bed. So yeah.
So it's like teleporting in or something, like crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, unless there's anything else obvious, that's all the questions I have. So I'll keep a mental note of what the room looked like, and I'll, walk back downstairs to kind of do what I said I'd do.
You got it. Moving down the steps for Eli. As soon as you hit the base of the steps, you can see that it looks as if Oz and Kendra are in the study. The humming is starting to fade out at this point, but it is still pointing back to where Temerity and Torvin are. What do you do?
I'm gonna head towards the humming, because that's pretty weird.
Okay. You move to the humming. You pass by the study. Oz, you'll see him move. He's not being very quick about it. He's still sort of like paying some attention to that eye. When you've hurt yourself, it's that like perpetual Clint Eastwood wince that's going on right there. And so he's still sort of being careful with it. But as you move past, you move into the hall where you will see that the mist is probably at its strongest point as it's exiting the room. This is where you can see the backside of both Torvin and Temerity. They're close to a bed, probably 15 or so feet away. and you can see someone moving between them. You can begin to see strands of hair, almost blue by color, begin to like wisp above them, moving, free-flowing.
Does he see the mist?
Yeah, he sees the mist. It's flowing from the room.
I'm going to reach in my backpack on my back, and I'm gonna grab the. Who's got the haunt siphons right now? Did I put them in my bag? I think I put them back in my bag, or I want to give them to Temerity, like immediately if I can, and be like, "This is your stuff," and I don't know if you want to use that here or.
I like how gun shy you are about magic stuff. Now you're like, I'm just gonna just give away all my magic things to the magic user.
Haunt siphon seems more up your alley.
No,
but if I have the board with the haunt siphons fitted in there, I'll walk over to Temerity and reach my arm out in front of her with them, and be like, I think these are more up your alley to use at your discretion. What do we have going on here?
Temerity, when you glance over at him, he has the symbols of Pharasma burned into his face around his eye. It immediately leaps out at you.
So, how loud is he speaking? How loud are you speaking? Like average?
I don't give a shit what the ghost thinks. I'm speaking at normal.
Well, I know, but she didn't
volume.
shush you yet. This is like we're in Ghostbusters pre.
Yeah,
like
let her
we're
shush
like
me. I'll throw a shoe at her right now.
I described this. Oz described this specific ghost to you all.
Yes.
When we got together.
Yes.
So.
Right. So I'll take them, but I don't know. She wants kind of a I'll take them, but before I do, can you tell me in the quietest way possible what the fuck happened to your eye? Because like I'll lift up my symbol of Pharasma, like, are we like, did I miss something? Did I convert you? Like, are we like,
you gotta be quiet. What the hell happened to your eye?
It's a terrible accident. Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Temerity, the symbols that
There's
are burned
a ghost, though.
Without mistake, it is Pharasma related. It is the Pharasman equivalent of knock twice before enter.
Where did you? So like you haven't left the house since I've seen you. Where did you? Did you try to go somewhere or do something, or did you look in the thing?
You looked in the thing, didn't you?
Well, Oz looked in the thing
someone
first.
Tells you not to look in the thing, don't look in the thing.
Oz looked first.
You told us to do it. You told.
So Oz is part too.
No, but Oz couldn't see anything, and I wasn't gonna let anything stop us. So I decided to look.
That stopped you in your eye. Like,
look, there's a ghost right over there. We can talk about this later.
Well, yeah, the ghost is just shushing us though. Your eye, like, can I make sure that he's like not gonna die out of his eyeball, but like, can I make sure like that there's not? I'm looking at what I have here. Like, I don't think I have any spells or actually, you know what? I'm gonna detect magic, but like, can I focus it at his eye, like to see if like
you certainly can.
Let's do that. We're gonna do that. Oh, that's amazing.
It's a-okay. You don't have to worry about that. I'm not gonna hit you with this. Actually, I need for you to do me a favor. I need you to roll me a D1000.
Are you kidding me? Is wild magic back again? Good. I'm not gonna be the frothy one.
Can you ask permission before you go flinging your crap around everywhere?
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Listen. Oh, you're upset?
So
now it's you? Now you're upset? This has been me.
Oh,
entire campaign.
No!
Oh, that's
At least
what
it's
did you
not
roll?
666. It's 777.
That's the jackpot. I'm like turning into
What? Like, is there a vending machine, like a celestial vending machine that's just
Eli just turns into a gold statue. He's dead and we're rich.
Hold on.
If that's the fucking worst timeline, I have 5 rerolls and I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna. And I don't care.
No,
if it counts.
don't reroll. We'll all be rich.
I will not do the worst ass timeline again.
I can't believe you just rolled that because it is the darkest timeline.
No! I'm gonna reroll it.
No,
Okay.
hold on. Can we figure out what it is first?
It's the
I thought
darkest
we already
timeline.
were
No,
in
you
the darkest
can't find out what
timeline.
it
No, we're
is. You
not.
have to
Oh.
re-roll without knowing.
Chaos! Yes!
Do you want to re-roll it? You have the re-rolls.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You could make it worse.
Time
I can't. No, I can't. I mean, I could.
993.
We're gonna
Isn't
go with
it
that.
worse the higher you get?
I have no idea how it works, so I feel like this is fair. But I'm not gonna. I've already. I think I was the one who rolled Darkest Timeline last time too. I feel like I can't do it.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
something's gonna be. I think it's gonna be so dumb.
There's a
It's gonna be
lot of
something that's gonna hurt Rice
Is my
somehow.
eye gonna froth for an hour?
It's gonna be like,
Oh.
it's a fireball, but it bounces off of you because you're good, and it goes to the nearest evil source.
Interesting. Okay. This is
Smashes
interesting.
into
It is
rock.
not. It is not the darkest timeline, but it is interesting, and I wasn't sure how I was going to make this visible to everyone. But this is cool. Wild magic. It does work as intended, so your detect magic will trigger, and you can immediately see that there is some sort of like spidering fracture of glass that goes through the depth of his eyeball. It's just past the surface, but you can see it. It's a sliver. However, there's a dual effect. This effect is called It's Magic. All magic items targeted in this area forced take effect. So, Cobalt,
I run.
when this field of detect magic
Wait, why are you running?
is focused upon you, particularly this area, she's sort of like honing this down. She wanted to see exactly what was kind of going on. The magic begins to almost like itch across your face here, and the sigils begin to glow white. And all you can see in your eye is this mild flash of white light before darkness falls over just that eye. And then you can see in a very new spectrum, in a new field, you no longer are witnessing the material plane. You're witnessing
That's not gonna make you go crazy at all.
beyond the walls of this building. There is what looks to be an endless sea of souls anchored and tethered to the ground. As far as your eye can witness. They don't number in the hundreds, they number in the thousands, in the tens of thousands. They're anchored here. Some lie motionless, others rapidly move with this aggression and this disgust. And it's all spectrum emotions. But one thing is constant. They are here. And they are bound. And they cannot move on. Except one. The woman, standing next to Peverin's bed. She moves. She lacks the fetters.
What did you do to me, Temerity? What did you do? My eye. I don't know what I'm seeing. There's so many souls and they're trapped. All of them are trapped, but the one in front of us, I'm just gonna sound like I'm out of my mind, basically, in panic tone.
Do you close your eye at all? Do you try to cover it?
I know I can't look away. I don't think it's too
It's like a split. It's like a wall, right? So when peering through the right eye, you're getting these traces of everything, but through the left eye, everything appears to be normal. There, you're back, or at least you can visibly see into the material plane. There are a series of beds. There is a hearth, multiple walls, people next to you, but you can still see the woman. That is the only thing that remains consistent to the side.
Yeah, I would try to shut my eye to see if that makes a difference from what I'm seeing, or if it's just like a magic effect that doesn't matter whether it's open or closed.
Yes, when you close one eye, let's say that you're closing your dominant, less injured eye at this point, you can see this field, the sea of the those at unrest, the undead. Apparitions, echoes, the dead, the stuck, the lost. They move and writhe almost as if something is driving them, sort of like the surface of the ocean. But when you close the other eye instead, everything appears to be back, situation normal as it can be when a ghost is in the room.
Can I start stepping forward towards the ghost to see if that's changing my position in like on my right vision as well as my left?
Sure.
Like my placement.
When you're peering into the right vision, you close the eye and you start to move. You notice something as you begin to sort of like look down at this field of bodies. They're sort of shunting away from you as if something is pulling them magnetized away in multiple directions. And when you glance down, you see your own soul. You see it as bound in holy fire, marked and marred in various runes and sigil magic that you've come to recognize as Torog.
So I heard the ghost hushing people, but I'm going to try to talk to it directly since I can see it in a different field and it's free floating away from everything else and obviously different.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you say?
I'm just going to assume that the ghost knows what I'm talking about.
Sure.
And I'm just going to say, what is this? What is this place? What are these things?
Before she answers,
I imagine they're souls, but
before she answers, what's happening right now with Rye and with Oz? Because you heard the interactions. You definitely heard Torvin ask about his face very, very loudly.
Well, Oz knows what happened to his face, so Oz is just trying to reassure Kendra that everything's okay.
Yeah,
and also kind of keeping an eye on her because
fine.
There was a creepy thing sleeping under her bed. We thought she might be dead. Like, just weird stuff happening.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. At what point am I coming downstairs and seeing all of this?
Probably pretty quickly.
Okay. So I walk in. I'm just sort of watching this all unfold because I can't see shit. I have no idea what's going on.
Eli, do you glance back at your allies or do you immediately start conversing with, because a new sound has entered the room. You hear the heavy boot fall. You recognize it as Rye. Knowing that you've seen
I'm in Ghost World, man.
Sure. That being said, knowing that you've seen yourself.
Yeah.
Do you take an opportunity to look at the others? You've seen what it looks like now, seeing your own soul. Enraptured in this Torog blessed magic. Do you glance back at your allies? Okay.
Actually, I think maybe Rye entering the room and him hearing that would maybe bring that notion to his mind, like, oh yeah, I'll quickly glance at the other members and see if I can see them as well.
Sure, cursory
Oh
glance.
my gosh, Rye does not consent to your X-ray vision.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want you to see. Yeah, you can't just look at my soul.
Cursory glance.
I don't even know where the hell I am. Some soul world.
You glance back over shoulder at them, and you recognize them. This more stout and smaller, but very, very thickened soul that seems to anchor itself to the ground. It moves with almost like a fluid-like motion, but it also seems to sort of sway like this anchored tree. Similarly, you recognize this as Torvin. He is dotted in various bits of Torog's magic similarly, but not nearly as much as yourself. He doesn't seem to glow with a fire, but there is a different kind of energy about him. And when you look to Temerity, her soul is caged, but the cage is built like it's a suit of armor. And the sigils that you had seen on the brass planchette mark each pivot and joint of that armor. This Titan S that seems to just freely walk. her soul enhances this build around her. It's very, very interesting to see, unlike what you've seen thus far. But what's most interesting is when you peer at Rye. Rye doesn't have a soul. Instead, there are many souls that are bound around his body, holding him together. They move. They freely twist around him like moving clothing, like cloth. Each one a different face. Young boys. Older boys. None of them men. You quickly glance, counting each one. They're 14. But each of their eyes pan over you, because you're viewing in a place that you shouldn't be. And you're most certain that the nebulousness inside of him is vacuous. It's empty. His soul is gone.
I think you need to die, bud. I don't like that one bit.
Oh, it's smiting time. Yeah.
Oh, dude. That sounds super evil. I don't think there's any redeeming that.
Be undead if you don't have a soul. It's my kind of guy.
Man, there's so much judgment on
I'm
Rye
with you. I'm saying you're like the perfect
No.
date for me.
No, I meant from Eli's like every time he reads me with his magic, he's like reinvigorated into smiting me.
I mean, if you don't have a soul, then what is there to save if I know you're evil though? Like the 14 young souls? I don't know what's going on with them.
Would you have made any connection to the story I told you?
I mean, I can maybe see a connection, but I don't.
On one hand, you can see a connection. On the other hand, smiting. It's
Yeah. You look like an evil monster now, pretty much, with no soul of your own.
Maybe those 14 souls are there to protect me for a reason.
And maybe they need to be freed. Who knows? I mean,
or maybe
I need to free him.
Lied to us, and you made them that way.
That's a theory. Yeah, I don't know. You should smite me.
You're like the what's it called? The game where you take people's souls.
I think
Mortal Kombat. Shao Tzu.
I think
yeah.
He's gonna get his soul sucked. All right. Has anybody seen
Eli
the
is
new one?
going to when he sees Rye, I think he's going to obviously it's very shocking, but I think he'd look directly at him and he'd pick up his hammer from his side and point it at him and be like, "What are you? Like, what are you?"
He says that.
There's something not right with him, guys.
I'm
Temerity,
like looking like
Torvin,
this, like
Oz,
to everybody.
Wherever you are.
Are you shouting? Because
I'm yelling real loud. Okay. I'm freaked out.
I think I'm in the other room when that is going on. Oz is like, "What's going on in there now? I better check on him. You should come with."
I mean, we're all there, right?
No, Oz is in another room.
Not far.
Okay,
Not
gotcha.
far away.
Gotcha. So yeah, when you point at me and you're like saying this, I can't even mistake it for anyone else. Like I can't be like,
yeah, you glance back.
Who are you talking to?
He's pointing that hammer right at you.
Do you not recognize me?
You have.
I'm like
no
giving
soul.
you like a weird look, like I don't know what's going on with this guy now.
But he has like symbols glowing in his face, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like now this isn't the only is that the only magic that triggered, or was all magic objects like close to us triggering?
I gave you the focus. You said you were going to go with the focus, and it was just in that parameter.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure. I'm going to step in between them. Like that, you got a whole lot going on right now. You got to like take a breath. We're not hurting any. So what? Like you're glowing. Put that down, please.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of talk behind her, like as she's kind of talking, and I'm just gonna be like, he seems a bit touched after that experience with the. And I'm just kind of looking at everybody like, just kind of like, what, this guy looks crazy. Why is he being so crazy?
He doesn't have a soul to marry. I can see everybody's souls through my eye. I can see all of you, but he's different. Where his soul should be, there's just a void in 14. I don't know what they are. He's evil.
Okay, that's oddly specific, but I don't.
I'm like hearing the 14, and I'm like, 14 what?
For 14 faces. There's 14 faces, and everyone else only has one soul. I'm freaking out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need a better explanation than that.
I'm gonna make an intelligence roll. See if I can make.
Are you just trying to remember something?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, I'm trying to make a connection between what he's saying.
Sure. This is since this is a recent turn of events. Give me a memory test. It's just wisdom.
Okay, wisdom. Okay, sure. Wow, I really love sixes tonight.
It'd be great if you had a reroll about now.
You know what?
I'm like still sort of.
I've got 5 luck rerolls. I'm gonna let you use maybe a couple of them. Go ahead and roll for me.
I don't know what else to do. I don't think I shouldn't know that. Like,
oh my god,
that wild magic really messed some stuff up.
DM,
give me another one.
Sorry. Oh
give me another one.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, that's, you know what? I'm gonna give you an even or an odd.
Ooh, I'm gonna go even.
You got it.
Go even. Thank you, glorious DM, for your mercy. I'm sorry I ruined it. I ruined your mercy. Oh my god!
I'm gonna reroll that. Even or odd? I'm gonna use.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna stay even.
You say even?
I'm just gonna stay even. There's nothing I can do.
He's gonna stay even. We're gonna go 4 in.
Oh my god!
There you got it. Holy god!
Okay, thank God.
I just gave you almost all of my luck rerolls.
One reroll. Hey, look, GM only got one.
I only have one luck reroll after this.
We're gonna rule this town now, boys and girls.
Nothing mischievous or I don't need to anger anyone tonight. I need to leave everyone. I need to just be quiet. I need to sit in a corner because I'm gonna die tonight.
I will anger all the people and be very mischievous then to make up for it.
All right, friend. Yeah, it connects. It clicks when he says there's 14 souls. It's been less than a dozen hours. You just told them a story regarding your 14 brothers and sisters from your. It's not necessarily what your orphanage, but your little street crew, man. The kids that grew up with you.
Yeah, as soon as I make the connection, like, boom, tears in the eyes. Like, it is the kind of immediacy that you see, like, only in films, all right? That kind of, like, it was not a buildup. It's like, boom, tears just stream down my fucking face.
You beat your tongue. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Stub my toe.
Yeah. Right.
Oz, you turn the corner at this point, and you see... From your situation, as you've rounded the corner, you see this mist sort of rolling out, and now you can see Rye. He takes a step back, placing his back to the corner of the door frame itself, and Temerity is probably 4 or 5 feet in front of him, standing between himself and Eli. Forgive me. And Eli's still pointing a hammer in that direction. Torvin is still clutching his crossbow, somewhere between watching and being like, God damn, that's a ghost right there. What's happening? And you recognize
targets to shoot.
You recognize the woman immediately.
Oz, like, moves the bucket to pour it out so that Pecker can get out, and then is like, "What's going on over here?"
I'll look
Is the
over
ghost lady
at
still
Oz
here?
to see if Oz is fucked up too.
Oz's energy
I don't
is.
trust anybody now.
Oz's energy is very different. His soul seems to be entwined with his element. There is arcane magic that seems to enshroud his entire soul, like it's a protective barrier, a shield.
Eli,
What about Pecker?
look at the pecker.
I think everyone's like, "Look at the Pecker."
Look at the pecker.
What's my Pecker energy like?
Looks like a 20-piece of McNugs from McDonald's.
Hungry.
Oh man, I actually want
feed it to those kids,
now.
man.
No, really?
Yeah.
Can I get a Happy Meal to
Are they the new spicy chicken nuggets or the regular chicken nuggets?
You know,
Oh,
dealer's
spicy
choice, I
nuts.
suppose, my friend.
You got to get the spicy nuts.
Yeah, the
Spicy
spicy ones are
nuts.
pretty good. Yeah. Everyone, this is
The spicy
sponsored
nuts.
by McDonald's. Everybody go get a
Spicy
spicy
nuts
chicken.
slap.
Guys, when you're D&Ding and then you get tired, reach for the phone and order some. Well, you can't phone in McDonald's. Go online.
Yeah,
Uber
you
Eats.
can't Uber Eats.
Yeah, you can do
one
that.
Chicken nugget for each of your ghost children's souls.
Special 14-piece
Yeah, 14 pieces.
fry meal.
Oh my
Ask them
goodness.
for the Ghost Girl special.
Get a planchette toy in every meal.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
planchette toy in every.
May not be safe. for
Real
children's eyes.
shards in your eye.
Oh no.
Look, Mom, I'm Eli. Ow, ow.
I can
One-eyed
see
Eli,
Rye's
man.
missing soul. Ah.
All right, someone clip that, send that to McDonald's, and be like, "We're looking for sponsors."
Yeah, we need
bring it
a
over.
McDonald's sponsorship for this.
We're loving it. Come on.
Wow.
Let's go.
I would say anything you guys can do, I can do better.
Well
Take it
done.
Back to the old school
Well-
Michael Jordan
I miss
commercial.
those days.
I'll-
Different time.
All right,
No,
so
but really, what does it look like when he looks at the Pecker?
It's a chicken. A really, you know what? It's a hairless chicken. At that, there's no feathers. It looks like it's been skinned down. So that's a big, thick, naked chicken.
Okay, that's.
Mm.
It has a soul?
Yes, I assume that Pecker does.
It's familiar, right? Like it's like magical.
Whoa.
Ish though.
Yes.
Okay.
He is a magical chicken, actually. Yeah.
Like Oz, I don't know what Temerity did to me. I don't know what the planchette did to me, but I can see everyone's soul. I assume, and Rye does not have one. He looks like an abomination.
Wait, what? What did Temerity do?
I didn't do anything.
All right, well, that I'm getting.
She
I'm
cast
getting
something on my
contradicting
eye.
Messages that happen in here.
I cast detect magic on his eye. His eye had magic in it. I did nothing.
Should we maybe use one of those ribbon things?
Oh, that's a good idea. I have those. I have 3 of them, and I was sitting here like, oh, what do those do? I forget. I should look that up. Yes, that's a great idea, Oz. I'll take one out.
It's not going to change what I know.
The expression on Rye's face is starting to change. He's going from feeling like emotional to getting a very, very angry face, and he is like eyeballing Eli right now.
Sure.
All right, so
I'm
gonna
eyeballing you.
Take one of the
need to calm
ribbons and-
down.
Well, I'm eyeballing you. Okay, I'm eyeballing you
He's
twice. I got
all
both
balling
of my
you.
eyeballs. I got my looking balls. So much on you. You don't even know. Okay.
What do you mean he doesn't have a soul?
You pull this almost like tourniquet piece of ginger and spices that has been handed to you, and it immediately disrupts this. It's like a visible field. Particularly anyone that is used to nuanced magic, the way this sort of moves out, it just sort of like peters out this wave of energy, just like you hear as it sort of cycles out, blowing a small amount of wind, and it hits you, Oz, and it hits everybody else, but you don't really feel anything. The only thing that kind of goes back to normal is this faint light vision that sort of triggers over Eli's eye. And it drops from black to that white again. And then starts to come back into the field of material view. You can now see everyone back in normal vision.
I look at Eli and I just say, maybe you should figure out what's going on with you before you make any more accusations, and perhaps stop pointing that fucking hammer at me. And I'm like clenching my fists at this point. Like, I'm not liking, I know what's up for the most part with what you're saying, but like, I'm not appreciating, now that I realize what it is, I'm not appreciating the accusations.
I'm going to say, I'm going to look.
I might even be trying to intimidate you. Do you want me to roll for intimidation? Bub?
If you'd like
not,
to,
not that I have to.
That's your call. In this case, this is, you said your character has been crying and you're shifting this, so it's a very intense and passionate scene, right? Like you have tears kind of like rolling down your face, and there's fear, but there's anger as well. The accusations are bold, but it's very, very interesting for you to move from this. So if you feel like you need to intimidate, not only for the sake of yourself, but for your own reputation, then by all means.
How about this? I won't intimidate, but I will say, perhaps if some of you feel this man is your friend, you should contain him.
Rye, Alex, whatever your real name is, I've known from the very first day that we met that you were an evil being. Somewhere in my heart, I thought maybe that your soul could be redeemed and that I could change you for the better. But after viewing with my own eye what you really are, I don't think redemption is possible. And if you are truly an evil entity, then it is my mission and goal in life to put an end to that.
You don't even know.
What the hell was that?
You peer across the room, and the woman has bowed down to her knees and her hands on the bed, sort of cupping, almost in like a praying position, over the boy. And her eyes never quite leave the five of you.
Now she's here? I thought that other man told you to go away. How'd you get over here?
I found I can go where I please.
Well, then why'd you go away when he was talking to? We could have finished our conversation.
Because something's hurt even in death.
Oh, he was gonna do something to you?
Yes.
Well, how did we stop him?
I don't know.
All right, well, y'all crazy. I don't know what's happening here. Look, Eli, I don't know what you saw, but you've seen the actions we've all taken, right? We're all trying to make something better here. Whatever this crazy place is doing to us all is gonna make us go nuts. How do you know whatever is in your eyeball isn't making you go crazy and seeing stuff?
I'm going to take a step back. I'm still holding my hammer out, and I'm kind of like swaying it back and forth between the ghost and Rye, trying to figure out what's going on. And then I realize...
Shall I smite first?
Basically, and then I realized in my head, I think maybe I'm outnumbered here, and I could be coming off as crazy, and I still don't know these people that well. Maybe if I'm going to be doing some smiting, I should do it when the odds are a little bit more in my favor, when we're one-on-one.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you just like having
this is my
this
thought
monologue?
process. Okay. I'm having an inner monologue of like, okay, calm down. You look crazy to these people. If you go smiting this guy in front of him, in front of your whole group here, they're gonna think I'm crazy and that I murdered somebody that, you know, I have no proof. But if I wait for a more opportune moment when it's just the two of us, I may have, you know, a better chance of
winning the sleep
outcome. Exactly.
So as you
if it sleeps.
As you begin to inner monologue, you are thinking this through. Your eyes are sort of darting back and forth of the room, but you're sort of having this conversation with yourself. He's not left your mind. You're starting to feel a little gaslit, a little upset at this, but you know that you need to handle this, or you might be failing your god.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't pay attention to the fact that the spirit from the bed rises, and she shifts, moving very slowly to you.
I don't know if you want to get closer to him. He's a little,
You hear the voice just over your shoulder. Eli. And then a hand comes up pointing at Rye. Very, very, very smoothly. Nothing to like cause alarm. But the voice says,
They want to be there. You saw into my world. I see them too. They don't want to leave. They're choosing to keep him here. It's not his choice. They want him alive.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Boys like him.
She glances down to the bed.
Girls. Children. He knows them. Look at his face. Those tears are not for you. They're for them. He knows.
Oz leans over to Temerity. What's she talking about?
I speak up actually, right? And because he heard that, right?
Yeah.
I am still looking at Eli, and I just say, "You're not wrong. I have done evil things for selfish reasons. So I understand where you're coming from. However, I think you got this wrong." And I'm looking at him like almost with desperation. I think you should consider what's happening around you and maybe put that hammer down, because this is probably going to be the last time I'll say it. And with that, I will roll an intimidation. It's like 6 or 17. It's like one of the...
He's standing his ground. He's very, you can tell he's very serious. You don't even have to roll against this for counterpoints. The tears have never left his eyes. His voice never breaks. He never shows sign of emotion. The only thing that gives it away is his eyes welling. And you can tell that he's standing his ground despite what happens. He's prepared to fight. It means survival to him.
Eli's gonna... He's listening very carefully to everything that's going on, and he's just gonna mutter, "Torag, I know I failed you once today. I did not heed your warning. But if it is your will to smite this evil being, please give me a sign. I'm lost right now. I don't know if it is your will to destroy him, or if there's some greater purpose that you may have in mind for him in the future. I know I'm sworn to kill all evil creatures, but everything is not always so easy to discern." And just kind of just like trying to you know, call out to him for any sort of sign.
Your hand begins to sort of itch, and then it begins to burn. And you can feel where you're clutching onto your hammer. It's not the hammer itself, it's not this handle, but it's in your palm, as if something is intense beneath the skin, writhing and moving, sort of like a worm. But it begins to push up, indenting, leaving almost a burn that is visible. Can you read Dwarven?
I believe I can. Yes, Common and Dwarven.
Very good.
Of course.
And it basically passes a passage that is more or less the indication of be well unto your common man, and treat those the way that you wish to be treated. There was a time when it sort of like immediately makes you reflect back to judgment that was cast upon you by the law. But a dwarf took pity on you. And maybe it wasn't so much pity as much as he saw value. Torog doesn't communicate.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't leave signs. And you know that he's always about letting one find their own way. So whomever this is that's communicating, that's leaving this burn in your own hand, is one of those that sort of operate for him. You know, no gods, like they will rarely ever make an appearance. This is one of his servants.
Mm-hmm. I mean, from that passage, it sounds like that he might have more inherent value. Because if it's basically referring to him as like a common man still, and to obviously to treat those as you wish to be treated, then I mean, I think I'll at that point I'd lower my hammer.
And as you lower that hammer, you feel you can actually feel this. It's bizarre to you because like before, apparitions are capable of passing through people, but when she moves by you, you feel this almost cool, this like rush of cool breeze that blows by your arm, and it just seems to glance down your arm itself, sort of like a very, very cool to the touch sensation. I don't know if you guys have ever had this before, but if you've ever given blood or you've had to have like an IV and then they flush that cooling sensation that they kind of push to the vein, that's sort of what it feels like, but it passes internal to your entire arm.
Were you praying out loud when you were saying all that stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Oz was kind of like probably looking up and be like, "Does that actually work?"
I mean, everybody's gonna think I'm crazy, but he's gonna look at Rye, and he's gonna say, "Your time to be judged may yet still come, but it's not meant to be by me today." And then I'll, my hammer is lowered, and I'll shift my attention towards the ghost and see if we can.
Now that that situation is handled,
I throw a chair at him.
The ghost in the
room. I'll laser it with my eye.
Why don't we take a moment here, guys? We can take a break here. Step away, run to bio, grab some drinks, maybe a little snack, whatever we got to do. Give our casters here an opportunity to stand up, stretch their legs, and when we come back, well, let's see where the story takes us. Yeah, we'll be back in just a minute, and until then, behave or don't. I'm not your dad, so BRB. All right, guys, we are back. I hope everybody had a good break. We're back in this. Let's dive headlong back into it. The floor is back open after this immediate post. Well, I don't want to say argument as much as it was accusation. It was a confrontation of sorts. And now I don't want to say it's come to a close, but there is a metaphorical ghost in the room. And she has gone and done well to not cause too much of a disturbance. But she's still here. It's happening.
This is Rye's first time seeing this ghost. Correct? Or
yes.
like any ghost, honestly, because until now, I don't think Rye has actually seen anything.
Well, you were possessed.
I was. Yeah, I was unconscious for a good time, and then I was possessed. And I feel like this might be the first time I'm like seeing an actual ghost.
Right.
Yeah, I did describe this specific ghost to you, so she looks like what Oz described.
Yeah. So now that I feel like the situation with Eli is at least at a truce right now, or some sort of ceasefire.
Standstill of sorts.
Yeah.
I got what I asked for, which was a sign that I feel like says, let this one live, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of eyes focus on the ghost and just, I mean, this is so out of, I don't know. Rai has a hard time dealing with shit like this. First of all, it reminds him of his hometown, like the trickery and shit, okay? And the second, he just feels like out of his depth. Like he might know of it, but he doesn't understand, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I know how to play on a computer, but I don't know how, I couldn't build a motherboard, like that kind of thing. He doesn't know what's going on. So this kind of thing is, he's looking to other members in his group. He's kind of staring at Temerity and staring at the ghosts and staring at Oz. And
I think Oz, because Oz earlier, before we went to the break, said, well, now that that's situated, can we talk about the ghost in the room? And we'll draw his attention to the lady.
Yes.
And say, well, do you think we could finish the conversation we were having before?
Or speaking to
her, yeah.
Oh, you're speaking to her. Sorry, I was adjusting my headphones.
I was trying to talk to her, but we didn't get to really finish our conversation because someone rudely interrupted us.
Yes, a voice.
I do. Yes, I just saw you. You were near my husband.
I was. You were telling me about him and what had happened. You said the prisoners were holding him?
There's a noticeable amount of pain that sort of pours over her face. Remorse.
Yes. I wasn't allowed down. I couldn't be there.
But then, how were you able to see that if you weren't supposed to be there?
I heard my husband. He called. He called up. And I was afraid for him. So I ran past the carts. I was not myself. I was afraid that he was being harmed. And they said that I was hysterical. They grabbed me and they tucked me into a room, locked the door. I cried. The guards. I kicked and screamed, clawed at the door, but I couldn't get through. My Bivar. And now?
She looks down at herself, sort of taking it all in.
Time moves differently. I'm not the same, yet I still remember. And only recently have I been able to look past the walls.
You mean to see us?
Of Harrowstone.
Oh. Well, you can see inside there, and you couldn't before?
I couldn't leave.
Like something was keeping you?
Yes.
What's different now?
I can't say. I just know that I'm no longer bound.
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know. Like I said, time moves differently.
Do you know anything about the way?
I'm sorry. No, what is this way?
Oh, nothing. Just a question I was wondering.
No, I'm sorry.
Do you have any family still in town?
She takes a moment and she purses her lips before she kind of glances upward and downward before she like recenters herself. You can tell that she's a little apprehensive. Give me a diplomacy check.
Why did I even talk? 17 or 6.
Oh.
Or both.
7.
Just, it's a 7.
A little higher than a 6.
Yeah, but still a 17, just without the 1. Just figuring it out.
It was just my husband and myself.
Can I get a sense motive from everyone?
Yeah. Someone's got a secret. She's got a secret.
Eli, 21.
Eli and Torvin. Temerity, it's even and odd. You're
Wait,
calling
how
her.
long ago did Harrowstone
Even?
burn down? Have we been told that?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you were told that.
It was
You're good.
50 years ago.
It was 50 years ago. Yeah.
She was definitely there when the fire was there because she told me she was.
Temerity,
The warden's wife. So.
Oz, and Eli. You can definitely tell that she is hiding something.
Now, ma'am, I know that it must be hard thinking about it all. But my friend is only asking because, well, it'll help us. Seems like you might have some family here besides just you and your husband.
Give me diplomacy, Oz.
All right. 15.
It's good. It's good enough.
I believe I was supposed to come home. We were to be parents.
And she lowers her hands to her stomach.
Oh.
When he didn't come home, I felt something was wrong. I grew scared. And I charged. I left the grounds, and I went into Harrowstone, as I had many times before.
She trails off. Her hands never quite leave her stomach.
Oz nods in understanding. I'm sorry, ma'am.
There's a noticeable swallow. A gesture
What
that
can
is...
we do to help you move on? What can we do to get rid of the evil in the town?
I do not know.
I asked her that before. I truly don't think she knows.
I
But
feel bound to... I feel stuck at Harrowstone. As if I am... needed.
what do you think you need it for?
She seems like she's reaching deep.
Something just feels like a duty or an obligation. I feel bound.
Sometimes ghosts are bound to wherever they leave the world, you know? So that might have something to do with it. But I got an idea. Do you think you could help us sneak in unseen by you-know-who was talking to us earlier? Who clearly probably don't want us there.
No, he knows. They know. All of them. They want out. They may come.
I think we should let them out.
They may come and go from time to time. Especially recently, I've seen them. One moves on the back of a wolf. Another moves on the breeze. A smell of lilacs. The others, they call out my husband's name. They're trying to escape.
Do you know what caused the fire?
I think.
And she looks up to you sternly for a moment and almost in understanding.
I think it was me.
I heard that the prisoners were the ones who had started the fire.
I lied, but she wasn't present.
I'm going to give her a roll, see if she can recall this. She can recall this. It's this flitting vision where you can see that she's sort of taken aback by emotion. It's just kind of pouring over her also rapidly, like her lip moves. She touches her face.
In the room, the lift, there were barrels of oil. And when they were carrying me off, I struck out. And I kicked what I thought was the wall, but I heard it crack. I think that's where I kicked a container free.
She cups her mouth.
One of the barrels must have fallen in the lift. And if there was any fire, it would have gone up. A blaze. Oh my God.
One mystery solved.
Doesn't sound like she's certain that it caused the fire, just that she spilled some oil.
Yep, fit of the moment, perceptions are the damnedest things. She was being carried off, or at least that's what she can recall.
She may think she started it, but you don't know for sure.
And just to be clear, why was she told us why she was being carried off?
They said she was being hysterical.
Yeah.
And then they put her in a room.
She was being hysterical, and she was calling out for her husband.
Because the prisoners had the warden, was it? I thought...
That's what is suggested.
That's what she said to me.
So is this a coup? Is that what I'm getting? Like,
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
But what about the guards?
yeah, like why would the guards imprison her? Like, I know that she was hysterical, right? They said, but what did she say? What made them feel that way? That
she didn't.
Oh, okay. Then I ask her. I just ask her, you know, what made the guards think you were going crazy.
She turns for a moment, moving away from the five of you back to the bed, and her hand sort of traipses to the bedside itself, and then she spins back.
The lift was in the bottom. Where as Levi had said, the dangerous ones. I heard him cry out. I knew he was there. And I was trying to throw the lift, Levi. It was going to come up. My husband would have come home with me. The guards said no, but prisoners would come too. I told them they were wrong, and I fought. I fought against them.
They were trying to keep them all down there.
I don't know how they got free.
Well, guess that's the other side of it. We need to figure out.
Did you
Sounds
free
like
them?
No. No. They were terrible people. Murderers, rapists. The worst our land had seen.
Who would want them free? Or want one of them free?
I do not know.
Sounds like all of our problems are coming from Harrowstone. Maybe we should wait for daylight and go scout it out.
I still looking at the ghost, and I say, what do you know about Harrowstone now? What is it like there? Can you tell us anything?
She sort of comes to life when you say that.
Harrowstone is alive. No warm bodies walk. But the dead move in those walls.
What about the professor? He was there.
The professor? I'm sorry, I do not know.
Well, he did tell us that we need to go unseen. So, whatever is walking around down there, we don't want them to know we're there when we get there.
Crap, Rye didn't hear Rye didn't hear the poem, did he?
No, only.
No, I didn't either.
No, it's only me and Torvin.
Yeah, it was just Torvin and Temerity.
All right, well, no further questions, Your Honor.
You know anything about the blood? The letter E under the bed? Why there would be blood?
No, that's not something I'm aware of.
Or a wolf's tail?
Or maybe somebody who liked to write people's name in blood after he murdered them, because we got two letters now.
I'm gonna give her a roll. I'm
gonna add in or wolf of some kind.
Oh
She
wait,
didn't mention a wolf. She mentioned somebody
Riding a wolf, but like
Right.
just
Right.
you know, like out and about.
and when you say that about letters in blood, I'll speak. I'll wait for her.
Go ahead.
That song. I'll look at Torvin. That song. It mentioned letters in blood, didn't it?
Aye.
It was a song. Did you all not hear the song? Was it not everywhere in the house?
It
Or
was a nursery rhyme. Kiddie thing.
heard some singing, but I didn't know what was happening. It sounded kind of like humming from far away.
Yeah, it was. I never had nursery rhymes in my life, so I'll take your word for it. But it unsettling, and if children sing that, then I'm a little concerned about them. But something about knives cutting off heads and blood spelling her name, and yeah.
Sounds like a child nursery story for a hobgoblin for sure.
It
ain't a dwarvish one.
She does remember. The details when you say the wolf. She looks up and she nods, specifically at the wolf.
He rides on the back of a wolf. I've seen it.
Who?
And she struggles to say something, but nothing comes out. Her lips move, but nothing emits.
Can we make out what she's mouthing?
Sure.
Read lips.
Linguistics.
Oh God. Okay. 18. Woo.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Your immediate guess is it's something like popper or mopper. Either way, you get this
Hopper?
like hopper.
Lobber.
And her lips immediately close when you say that.
Right. We've been hearing that one around.
Isn't that did Rye say the name of the weird head scratchy guy?
We found that name.
The Lopper, right? Remember he had he was like rubbing the guy who possessed you for like a hot second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know much about it.
But did you tell us his name?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
But we did get the name.
Yeah, then you guys did get the name. It was definitely in the poem.
No, I mean,
right?
we got it earlier in like episode
Yeah, but we got it
5.
earlier than that too.
Yeah.
I can't remember specifically what it was.
It was like in episode 5. It was when we were talking to the sheriff.
What I'm curious about is who's keeping her from talking.
Well, I think we might have figured out who that was. And the two of you saw him earlier at the monument too.
That's right. When time stopped, but no one else remembers it but me and Torvin.
Maybe that's who the way's looking for.
Maybe they need all of the lingering evil souls for something.
Well, Professor L said they were looking for somebody. Maybe that's who. Maybe it's her. Oz points at the ghost.
Me?
Look, I don't know what they want.
Is there a lot that you can't tell us?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Give me anyone with it. It's gonna be a difficult check, but if there is anyone here that has high ranks in religion, I will allow anyone to roll off on it.
Got a point into it.
I'm into arcane stuff. Not so much religion.
I know I hate religion.
Yeah. I'm agnostic.
Yeah.
My characters.
Are you guys happy with your rolls? Do you want to reroll? You got the luck rerolls.
I'm scared to use them now.
I
after
know, right?
watching it.
I'm gonna use one because I'm feeling.
Okay.
Nope. There we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh God.
Very good.
Worth the 2.
Very good. Temerity,
And
yeah.
of course it's Temerity. It makes sense.
The DC was in fact 20. You know from your studies back at your church, at your chantry, there is, and it's more than just like the study with the dead. It's studies with generally things that aren't afraid to make pacts with the dead or the dying. There is power in names. There is a lot of power in names. And you're not sure if she's not allowed to talk about them or if she's actively going out of her way to avoid saying them for fear of what may occur. When the dead mutter names, they echo on for eternity. They seek out that light in the darkness. Or at least that's what you sort of read in a book one time.
It's like, she's like, oh, I dare not speak his name. And we're all like, Lopper, 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 Lopper. Like a bunch of seagulls from Finding Nemo. Lopper. Mine. Would she know Petros?
No, it's 50 years ago.
Yeah, but how old is Petros?
Pevros?
Pevros or Petros.
It's Petros. It's Petros Lorimor.
Yeah, I keep going back.
Wow, I actually got it right because I used to just call him Petey all the time on my last playthrough. So
you guys know that Kendra is about 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They moved here when she was born.
Okay, interesting. All right.
So yeah, he probably wouldn't have been around he would have been really young still with the prison when the prison burned down.
You and Karen.
Karen. Yeah, Karen.
He did, so yeah, she would have had to have seen something when she was dead, like that happened to him since he was there, but not like a living memory. Probably not. Oh, we've got these siphons. Maybe those spirits would be better kept in those instead of running around. Somehow.
I agree.
You know what?
Wait.
Oh, good.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I look at the ghost lady and I just ask her if there's any way we can prepare to deal with these entities. You know, like, is there any items or some knowledge or ritual or what have you? Can she aid us in information if we choose to investigate Harrowstone?
If you are as you suggest you are, I will offer aid in any way that I can. But I don't know how I can from here.
Well, we do need to get in there without being seen.
What would you suggest we... Oh, go ahead.
How do we help ye?
I don't know. I just want to find my husband.
Aye, well...
Maybe we can try to find him for you. You said he was down at the bottom?
I was locked in that room. And minutes felt like months. Eternities passed in the blink of an eye. And he's still there. I feel him. He's still there. Levar would know what to do.
Does the name Trip mean anything to you?
This is going to be a more difficult check for her. Let's see if she knows.
Ooh, 21. She's got a good memory.
I feel like I heard one of the guards talking about a man. A coward. They said he didn't belong.
Sounds like Trip, from what he told us.
Always getting into places he doesn't belong.
Evil.
She moves back to the bed, and she looks down at Peverin.
What will you do with the boy?
Well, hopefully we can help him so he can go back to his father.
Where I am, he is a lantern, a beacon.
Yeah, he's been kind of, attracting your friends.
What does that mean?
We feel comfort, warmth from a fire, food in our bellies. We yearn to remember life, and we feel alive through him.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I sure don't want something worse than Trip getting into Peverin.
I'm with you on that one.
I agree.
I look to the ghost lady and ask her, can you protect him? Perhaps.
I think so, yes. But someone is nestled to him already.
Yeah, that would be Trip, the coward.
Is he,
Trip protect him?
is he harmful or harmless?
I mean, depends on who you're asking. I don't think so, though.
He was a prisoner. We don't know much about him.
Other than
You could.
what he's told us and what you told us.
There are files. Levi was. He had much documentation on the prisoners.
Who?
Her husband.
Levar Hawkran, the warden of Harrowstone.
Are those files in Harrowstone or somewhere else?
I've not looked, and I've only recently been freed.
Could you?
I can try. I'm not sure why, but I can interact with you. I can touch you. I can't touch anyone else.
She moves her
I'm
hand
not sure
down,
if
and
I
her
should be
hand
happy
passes
about that, or
passes through the
unsettled by
the
it.
headboard. It seems to move through the headboard.
But I can feel your skin. Your leathers.
Interesting choice of words.
Half of you are wearing leather armor.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, sorry. I thought it meant my skin and like, oh, your leathers. I'm like, what are you? Like a weirdo?
Half of you guys are
You
wearing
make
leather
a
armor.
lampshade out of me there, you creep. Jesus,
He's
Necronomicon.
old.
You're gonna put my face on the front. All right, so I am still sort of talking to the ghost lady, and I ask her, would it be possible to inhabit the boy's body if its current inhabitant were to be removed or were to leave?
I do not know. I've never met anyone like him before. I've only been around the dead.
I don't know, team. I'm thinking we siphon Trip out of the boy and let Warden Lady.
I don't even know if I could. If I can.
Could you check for the records in this form? Like, you wouldn't have to inhabit the boy to do what we've asked, would you? You could go back.
I can try.
Where would they be kept?
Not sure she wants to go back.
I don't have an option. I will. I don't have a choice. I'll try.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We appreciate it.
She bows very formally, and as she does so, she begins her
Tips
body.
his hat, but doesn't let his hat leave his head.
Right. It seems to, like, she's almost being, like, pulled away from the room, like something sort of like pulling her away, and her body passes through the wall easily enough, and the mist slowly starts to dissipate and sink down to the floor, leaving this light dew.
Oh, man.
What did we get ourselves into? I'm about to just leave this town.
I don't know. I think this town needs us.
Well,
I think I need one of Torvin's pipes.
I think Professor L got me into a lot more trouble than I'm wanting to be in. That's what I'm feeling like.
I think that's fair.
Look, I ain't no hero. I'm not here to put myself on the line. So if stuff gets a little bit wackadoodle, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me and Pecker, we're out.
But Oz, we could use you and the professor. I mean, he seemed to want us here.
I mean, I'll do what I can, but if it comes to me or death, I'm gonna choose me. No offense to y'all.
Well,
I'm with Oz on this one.
It's nice to see. Really quick, from a ghost versus undead, like when I'm envisioning undead hunting, I'm thinking like basically zombies, right? Not ghosts.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? Because I'm trying to decide like how hostile am I at this like whole ghost situation? Like,
this is right,
yes,
right up your church purview. This is your job. Like it doesn't get any more like inquisitor than this.
Right, but I'm not hunting undead. I'm not hunting ghosts. I'm hunting like reanimated
physical manifestations.
Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do I like not? Cause I have a visceral hatred for undead, and I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm trying to draw the line between like wanting to constantly be like, I'm gonna put you in a bottle and bury you for life, or like, because I don't.
There's two sides. There's two sides.
The option of the lopper or that lady. I mean,
yeah. See, there's
you know, and you're limited in your vials. Just saying.
Look at. I think thus far. Look at the dichotomy.
Put Lopper in there for show.
Look at
Lopper's
the
going in his
4
bottle.
rye souls in those things and just call it a day.
The group
weaken him up a little bit.
Thus far has proven to sort of like sway every side of good and evil, and I think you have come to determine that those that are inherently evil are not always bad. Sometimes evil just means survival. Let me look at Rye. Like, Rye's the prime example. Rye is just like the epitome of survival at any cost. And there is a lingering stereotype that the undead have to be bad. It's sort of like in the old D&D headspace of goblins are bad. Not all goblins are bad.
Well, I mean...
Only hobgoblins.
Not all hobgoblins are bad.
Only hobgoblins
It's true,
are bad.
but I mean, I am in a militant wing.
Sure, definitely.
So I just want to make sure, like, talking to ghosts, not, that's kind of like toeing the line, but like,
this is new. This is entirely new for you. You are used to like, you learned about vampires, you learned about zombies and wights and things of those natures that are inherently designed to torture and even consume the living. These are people that are stuck between worlds, and more or less, some of them are acting on their more inherent natures, i.e. prisoners. They're bad people. Sometimes they do bad things. But this woman is particularly caught in between, and you're treading new territory. You have to set the parameters for this.
Okay. Which is fine. I wanted to make sure I wasn't like going off into left field by being like, "Oh, ghosts are fine."
Sure.
Because I feel like that would be bad. But no, that's perfect. Thank you. I can walk. I can. You know.
The only one that you've got to be right with is yourself and Pharasma. And you know Pharasma tenets, right? Like Pharasma's tenets basically say that if undeath has not claimed them and they are willingly there, they're A-okay. But when they're dead, they hit the boneyard. And that's when they are to be judged, is at the boneyard. So they're stuck. It might be up to you up to this point to decide what the hell is sticking all these dead people, because Eli said that there were many. Way more than just her, but many.
Thousands, I believe.
Yeah.
The whole floor.
The floor is dead people.
We basically just like went berserk eclipse. Anybody that's watched it knows what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the world's largest game of the floor is lava.
Yep.
Got it.
The floor is dead people.
Oh man.
It's fine.
So what do we need to go to the church for? Book names again, right? Names of.
So we need to go to the church because we need to figure out what the way is seeking, and it looks like they're trying to look for someone in Harrowstone. So
You
we
guys
were trying
actually
to look for everyone who died in the night of the fire, which the Temple of Pharasma has the list.
you have a lot of information that you can hunt for. Not only do you have like identification of items, you have like 3 or 4 places that you can go to seek out new information, various NPCs, like the world is your oyster at this point.
Towns.
Oh yeah.
There's the symbols that are etched on the foundation. We need to borrow some items to slip in unseen. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, because I feel like we should be going to like scout it out at least, but not if we don't know how to do that.
For what it's worth, Temerity, you were never taught the methods of exorcism. Exorcism was sort of left out of your immediate tutelage. It was much more about passionate force of bludgeoning or repetitious stabbing to get them gone.
Exorcism by Braille.
Yes.
My guess is that because we got a bunch of potions and a bunch of arrows and a bunch of other stuff from that place that we were looking at. And that was specifically where Professor L told us to go because we would get stuff that would be useful for us So I think some of the one or maybe 2 of those potions will help us be unseen while we're there, is what I'm guessing.
Well, you said you couldn't go to the church, and I don't want to go to the church.
I didn't say I couldn't go. I just said I don't think I should go.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I should go either because I'm harboring some resentment towards Pharasma right now because it's etched into my face, and I'm just I basically feel like I've been cursed.
Oz is gonna probably go to Jamenda and see what's up with the potions.
I thought you were gonna say Jamaica.
I thought you were gonna say Jamaica as well.
Go to Jamaica.
Oz is like,
I would prefer to go to Jamaica, but
yeah, I'm gonna follow Oz to Jamaica.
Either that, or I want to find like a forge, maybe to find like either equipment, or I need to pray. I need to pray to Daddy real hard. So,
oh yeah, Torag.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question. Does Eli still have that book?
Which book? I have the purple book in my backpack with the scarab.
Oh,
yeah.
It had a triangular key, I believe it was.
Which we
didn't
have.
I don't know if the key was triangular that you found that I don't know about.
I don't know either, but
I'm gonna try to come take my book, and I'm gonna catch you, and then I'm gonna have to kill you, or what? Like,
hey, that book isn't yours. You're just holding.
If one of you goes missing, we're gonna know the
us.
other one probably did something to the other one.
Well, you guys are talking about just running away anyway, so.
Look,
I mean,
Oz was just letting you know.
Hey, we're practical thinkers.
He's gonna GTFO if he's to the point where he might die. He's not gonna save your ass.
Yeah, but I feel like those ghosts have their sight on us, and the ghost kept saying that she's trying to escape. They're trying to escape.
Yeah.
And if you leave and they succeed in escaping, they could still just come punch your ass down. So maybe. I don't know.
And maybe they
might have to deal with it.
Could be them being released. and I mean that in a good way, to let them pass on.
I don't think that's what's happening.
I think we might force that to happen.
No, that's definitely what our goal is to release them in the sense of like, your spirits are no longer attached to this place, but they're releasing themselves as in, I'm gonna leave Harrowstone and I'm gonna go haunt the bitches in this town, scare the heebie-jeebies out of them.
The only way we have to
take
deal
over
with them
their
is the
bodies.
siphons. Like, we haven't found any way to destroy them besides contain them in a siphon.
Yeah.
And it did that. And from what I understand, it wasn't even like a determined amount of time. Like, it wasn't an infinite amount of time either.
No, they could
Like,
leak out probably or something, depending on how good the siphon is.
So maybe once we get them in there, we can
research how to kill them.
Oh, I'm muted. That makes a lot more sense.
How to kill ghosts.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh.
Were you saying something?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is not my wheelhouse, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's not even just that they'll come in and try to get the town, and maybe since the big man was mentioned, maybe try to infect everyone. So I feel like and this is both in character and out of character. I think at this point, like if we abandon this, we risk the entirety of civilization again, and I don't really want that on my shoulders. I don't know about you all, but I feel like
and if the professor chose us to stop them, we're the best chance, right? And so they're going to want to take out their best chance,
right?
So.
And I don't know that you would be. I mean, they might just like
have a little more faith in me.
They could kill you and make you an undead, and then you're like a tool, and that's perfect.
I like the have a little more faith in me, and you're like, Oz is out of here. He's grabbing his pecker and he's getting the fuck out.
I'm gonna help until I'm not. Kendra does.
Hey, at least he's being upfront with you all about it. He's being honest.
That's lovely. Being upfront is good. Also, the contents of your upfront might be the problem.
The two religious nuts are the only two that are like, yeah, let's go and handle this.
Let's go. We got to do this.
Do it.
Oz is like, y'all crazy.
With me. What are we gonna do if you can't feed us, Oz?
I mean, there are other people that need food out there,
but not that look like you.
We have two party members that want to go and do something, and two party members going, you know what?
Hey, so I said Oz is going to go talk to Tremenda.
I mean, just throwing it out there, but I did just have a man talk in front of me to a fucking god about smiting me right in front of my fucking face for God knows what fucking reason.
Well,
I may have a little hesitation going forward, partying with Eli, and okay, let's go save the day.
Yeah, so we good now, bro.
Moments before was threatening me.
You can just stick with me. I put myself between you two. I have proven myself.
I've
got a tail.
Freaky shit. If my hand
freakier
goes
than
purple,
looking at me and saying I have no soul with a hammer pointed at me, then you stop midway and start talking to your god.
Look,
I'm sorry, but Rye doesn't look like the
you're
crazy
crying.
one.
You're literally crying right there in front of everybody, so everyone knows it's true what I'm saying.
Okay, so I think we need
why would you be crying?
I'm gonna look at Oz and what was that
reality.
secret club? Maybe we need to reinvest in the secret club, right? The secret. I don't know what y'all called it.
Our secret club?
Yes, we need to. I mean, I don't know what happened there with the eye. I think that was. I mean, honestly, we know. Well, no, okay, we know what it was because I used one of those ribbons and it got better. It was that there is some sort of ley line bullshit that happens over here when we try to cast magic.
That's what Kendra said. She said
exactly.
We have to be careful when we're casting magic.
So I think
could you guys warn me
that's
maybe
really all I'm bringing
before
to
you
the
go
table,
flinging your spells around at people's eyes?
I was
okay.
I mean, I don't know what you want. So the.
Know what you want from me. He specifically said what he wanted. I
didn't hear that. But that's like saying don't breathe. I mean, that's what I do. I looked at you. I'm like, hey, is that thing still got magic in it? Because I knew it had magic in it before.
I'm a wizard. I do spells and shit.
Right. I'm a sorcerer with a hat. Come on.
So since
that's all I'm a sorcerer with a hat. That's literally all I bring to the table.
Then you wouldn't have a problem with me
spells.
poking your tail, or. flicking your horns.
Are you trying to poke my tail?
I'm just saying that you're invading my eye space with your magic, and I don't think that's very friendly when I'm not trying to poke your horns.
I was trying to see.
Look, whatever y'all want to do in your closed room together, that's up to you.
By the way, you do have magical glass in your eye.
No
You're
shit.
Welcome.
Yeah, the planchette kind of broke in his face, but I warned him, and I know y'all told us not to use it. But Eli told me this was an important situation and that I could do it.
Yeah, Eli.
I don't know why it didn't explode in your eye.
Then I did it and it hurt my face, and then he tried to do it and it hurt his face.
So I think can rule number 2, because I'm sure you all already have a rule number 1 of the secret club, but can rule number 2 be
we actually don't have any rules.
Well, good. Here's rule number 1: don't put hurtful shit in front of your face. Like,
well,
that's
it wasn't
rule number
hurting me
1.
before. I've used it probably 5 times now, and it never hurt my face before.
And I think that's great that it didn't. But when it starts to, I think that's when the rule kicks in.
Well, I warned him. I told him not to do it. I told him it hurt my face.
Perhaps we shouldn't be messing around with items we don't necessarily understand. Like,
well, now we don't even have it anymore. So
just hours ago.
Well, but we have his eye, which.
Can I get a perception from everyone?
Mistakenly proven.
Yeah, where's Kendra in all this? We're all arguing. Kendra's just like blind looking at
She's at the
21.
Door. What the fuck?
I'm gonna reroll mine because
I figured you might.
Bull crap.
No, you shouldn't be able to.
Oh man, I thought I had an 18.
Extra
you, Eli.
perception.
I'm gonna keep my roll.
Skamaz.
Oz, you're the only person that sees this, and it's just because your eyes sort of like spanning the room.
My one eye.
Yep. Peverin's awake, and he's just listening and watching. He's not moving. He's barely breathing. He's just like.
I sock him across the face and knock him back out.
No.
Yeah, I don't have time for Peverin right now.
Yeah, Peverin can't deal with your sneaky shit. Go back to sleep.
Are we really gonna give a 12-year-old a black eye?
I mean, not if he's not a little bitch.
I mean,
not if he takes the punch.
Oz just shouts, "Mums!" All of a sudden, just all of a sudden, and then he points behind you all.
I think your dad's looking for you, Peverin.
After everything, ghost lady, deathbed, fucking whispered voices, and like first thing you tell is like, I think your dad's looking for you. It's such a thing to tell a kid, you know? Like, oh, it's past, you know, like the sun's gone down. You should have been home an hour ago. Your dad's looking for you. He's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Can I because I don't any sense. Are you Peverin or like who we got? Who's in the bed?
Who's in the bed? Who's in the bed?
He slowly pulls the blanket down past his face. Me. It's Peverin.
Okay. All right, you're okay. You're okay. You're probably fine.
I don't
have a
think
whole
you're
person.
fine.
I'm convinced.
We're supposed to lie to kids and tell them everything's okay. That's all I know.
Is this another one of those mum situations?
Yes, yes.
Santa Claus isn't real, Peverin.
Oh my god.
All right.
If my kid was down here, I would have to jump through the camera at you. No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm fucking with you.
Oh my god, I thought. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
I mean, no, I got headphones on.
He's like behind you, like a tear goes down. He's like, Mom.
I'm 13 and you never told me. No, mommy's hanging out of that shit as long as humanly possible.
I'm suddenly no longer scared of Eli. I have
How
more pressing
alike is
threats.
Brian Ello? That's the question.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch that either.
Good.
Just
between me and you, chat.
My fucking cheeks hurt, man.
I like the half and half. That's my new favorite mode.
Okay.
For anything, Peverin.
He's
You're totally gonna be fine, Peverin. Everything's gonna be fine.
Maybe he should go upstairs. Oh no, wait.
Wait, isn't Peverin's dad coming? Didn't I go get him? Shouldn't he be like on his way?
You warned him that shit was going down with him, but
yeah, but didn't he say he was going to like close up shop and like?
Yeah, he said it would be. He said we'd be by soon.
Yeah,
I mean, he said. I think he was just trying to close out the few customers that were there. There was just like one or two. Remember, he was
people ordering monkey balls.
He was yelling. It was wolf balls, not monkey balls.
No, now they're monkey balls.
Now they're monkey balls.
That's the special.
They're out of wolf balls, so now you get monkey balls.
Yep. He
exotic.
Remember, he was yelling at the guy at the other end of the bar who was trying to listen in on your conversation. He's like, yeah, I don't know if you remember that or not.
Mind your monkey balls.
Eat your wolf balls, Steve.
Yeah. Fucking Steve.
Balls.
Classic rubbernecker Steve.
Yep. Fucking. He's interested, man. Like, you're an interesting person. So he couldn't turn away from it. But Peverin's the same way at this point. He's heard what you said. He's like, hey, Peverin, you're gonna be okay, buddy. And he's not really sure what.
Yeah, Oz is gonna come over and try to reassure him. Everything's gonna be all right. All right. How you feeling?
Show him your pecker. That'll help.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
I wonder if like to an 11-year-old, like a hobgoblin looks like an imaginary fucking friend or something, like some like Gooby or some shit. Like,
you mean Dobby?
No, Gooby. Gooby's an old McDonald's movie. Sorry,
Oh, okay. No, I stand corrected.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I could just see a hobgoblin to an 11-year-old and be like, "Are you even fucking real? Like, are you a real person?"
Oz pulls out his pecker and puts him on the bed in front of Peverin's face.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Chicken.
It's a companion pecker.
Yeah. He's there.
And to ease his recovery and make him feel calm.
It's a service pecker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
My pecker's just here to serve.
That's one guess.
Peverin's only response.
I'm leaving it alone.
Peverin's only response was, Why does the woman say she can feel your skin? And I heard everything else after that.
Well,
it's time you understand what it is to be a man. We're about to have the talk, Peverin.
Oz looks at you.
His eyes go wide, like.
I'm joking. I'm not gonna have the talk with Peverin.
I think he already had the talk with himself through those windows.
When a ghost woman loves a fleshy man, sometimes she yearns to touch his skin through his leathers.
Puts his hand over. Right.
Yeah, can I put my tail over?
Yeah, put your tail over.
Well, her husband died, so she's single.
I'm sure you noticed that there's been some strange things happening.
She said I was a lantern.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just a figure of speech.
You shine bright, buddy.
What does it mean?
You got a big bright future.
Lanterns. Right. I don't even know what that means.
It means you're very bright.
There, see? The dwarf knows. He's got it.
I feel like you're lying.
Very bright. That's what it means.
Can I try to bluff?
I was confused.
I'm being absolutely accurate by using the wrong words. Very bright, of course.
You can try. Go for it. Bluff away.
What? I have a -2. I was
I'm good at bluffing, actually.
I was trying to be terrible.
You I'm gonna give him a roll. I'm gonna see if he can see through it.
Sense motive.
Yeah, let's go. We'll go 2. Oh fuck it! Right, it tipped off of a 19, man.
Nice.
You know what? Fuck it. I've got one luck reroll left. I'm gonna use it.
Oh shit!
Oh, still not good enough.
Fuck, your brother was a 20, right? Oh, it rolled off the 20.
Not good enough, sir.
Oh, so close, man.
It was the tail that distracted him.
It was. Okay. Why would she say all those things then?
Well, she's trying to scare us, but everybody's gonna be fine.
No.
Don't you think it's odd that you keep waking up in different places?
No. Is that? it's always happened.
Oh, this is normal for you.
Dad always said I was a sleepwalker.
Right. That's what you're doing, just sleepwalking?
I don't know. Is it not sleepwalking?
What's the last thing you remember?
Running outside after realizing that. Why was I in woman's clothes?
Well,
I walk up to Pevrin.
Your clothes were all wet, so I'm just trying to help you out.
I walk up to Pevrin and I just sort of, is there somewhere to sit? Can I kneel?
He's laying in the bed.
He's laying on his bed. Or on
the bed.
bed.
Sit on the bed next to him.
Too.
Yeah.
And now you're in the bed.
Yeah, I'm in the bed with Pecker and Pevrin, okay? And I sit down and I just look him in the face and I just tell him the truth. I mean, I just lay it out for him. I tell him, listen, the truth is you are some sort of conduit for ghosts or the undead. That's the truth. And I just tell him just straight up, we're doing everything we can to protect you and to help you. And I've told your father where you're at and he should be here any minute now. But the truth is you are being inhabited by the spirits of some of the spectrals in town. But don't worry, we've got several people who are pretty close to these sort of problems. And I look over at Temerity and Oz, and we're doing everything
don't look at me.
we can to take care of you.
I know about the ghosts. I've known for a long time. I've seen them for as long as I can remember. Sometimes I'd wake up and, there was a boy that I used to play with when I was littler, and my hands would be covered in colors, like flower petal colors. And where I was coloring, I could see my hands were that color, but I didn't draw. It wasn't me. And the boy would be gone. He would come and go.
Well,
does that scare you?
Just took a twist.
No, that doesn't let me out a lot. I stay in the village circle, and I get in a lot of trouble by running out. But I'm really good at finding things for people, and I found some of the animals, and I don't know. I get so bored. I don't always want to write, but I
did you tell
can
your
read.
father about what you were seeing?
He said they were imaginary.
What can we do to help you?
I don't know. What's wrong with me?
Some might find it as a gift.
Hey, it's not wrong. It's just is. So you work with it.
Yeah, we've all got things that differentiate us from one another. I'm gonna tell you get possessed by ghosts.
I just found out I don't have a soul.
I'm normal. Don't look at me.
We've all got things. Some more thingy than others, but things nonetheless.
How do you know? He's looking to you, right? How do you know?
How do I know that I don't have a soul? Is that what I'm assuming he's asking?
How do you know? You said a word.
Conduit.
Yeah. How do you know?
I don't. That's the truth. It just reminds me of some other things I've seen, but I'm no expert in the field.
Are there more
I've
like
been
me?
around it. Maybe.
I mean, to be fair, you got possessed by a ghost. By something.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are like him.
That's true. It did happen to you. I don't know if you remember, but it's kind of creepy.
I remember being bitten by fangs, mandibles, whatever. And then I woke up pretty beat up, just kind of minding my own. I do remember having a flashback of a jail cell. I thought it was from my past, but it was different. And I could smell smoke. I'm assuming I had some sort of flashback or connection with Harrowstone on the night that it burned. I think I might have even been inside Trip. But I wasn't aware that anyone was necessarily possessing me. Rye kind of ponders this for a second. Because I think it was kind of mentioned at the time, but he had just like woken up, and I don't think he really processed the fact that he was actually possessed at one point.
Pevrin kind of smiles. It's a little weird. It's kind of quirky that he smiles in this time, like all the things that have been said, and he kind of like stifles back laughter. But he's still listening. So what now?
Well, I think your father's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we got some things to do.
Aye.
Where are you from? And he looks to you, Rye.
I look around at everybody and kind of look back to him and tell him Nidal.
I thought so.
At that, Rye kind of gets a little confused.
Yeah, Oz does too.
Why is that, lad?
You sound like my mom.
Your mother was from Nidal?
She was. Mom died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She got really sick, and well, we couldn't help her.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It happened when I was little enough. I just remember her being mad at Dad sometimes.
Can you explain her condition?
I don't know. Dad says she just kept getting weaker. And one day she didn't wake up. I don't really know a lot about her, but I do remember how she talked. You sound a lot like her. Dad always said she was a cold, mean woman, but he still loved her. And I can see how much he hurts.
Rye wasn't expecting to know or meet anybody that's really from Nidal. Not many people leave Nidal. Because when you're there, you're kind of subjugated. So you don't stray far. So that's strange. Okay. But why would he know, like, maybe we have more in common than you think. And I wink at him. Try to make him feel better.
Yeah.
Don't go trying to add his soul to your litter.
And with that, I look up at Eli, and I look at him, and I say, we need to talk. And I stand up from the bed, and I just look at you.
The two of you should be talking alone.
Well, I'm not going another step with this group while he's in it without a discussion.
Right.
He did kind of try to kill him, so I think that's fairly fair.
No, if I had tried, it would be done. I
just walked in.
Well, it was a little weird before, but I think talking's a good idea. I think we should have a plan. We should figure it out. It doesn't have to be like a day-long plan, but I think that the two of you talking and debriefing, and then we discuss our plan.
And knocking at the door.
I don't have much to discuss.
It's late, but there is a knocking at the door.
I go to it to open it, assuming it's going to be... I break my stare at Eli and the tension and go answer the door because I feel like I know it's going to be...
Zokar.
Yes.
When you stray out of the room and you break right to make it to the front door, you can see that Kendra is sort of standing in the opening to the study, and she's just kind of very, very faintly just like peeking her head around. Not really sure what to make of it. She seems pretty startled. She even sort of like half jumps back when she feels you near her walking in your direction.
Is she still like blind and deaf?
No, she's not.
Oh, okay, so she's still...
She's just very, very startled.
Well, we'll deal with her in a minute. I'm going to answer the door. I kind of forgot she was even around. That's the scary thing about her. She's around, man. She's quick.
You answer the door, and there is Peverin's father, Zokar El-Kharid. I brought as much as I can. I hope this is enough. And he hands you this pot of wolf balls.
Oh yeah, you guys ordered so many wolf balls.
Thank you so much. And I beckon him in, and I take the pot from him and I put it on the table. And I kind of motion to him like, all right, Peverin's this way, and lead him to Peverin.
You guys can overhear some of the things that are being said up front. Zokar's got one of those voices that sort of carry. Is there anything that you wanted to say to Peverin before Zokar got back there?
Are you talking to me?
Torvin, Oz, Eli, or Temerity. Or even to each other before Zokar gets back there.
Oh, I'm spilling wolf balls and I'm totally distracted.
If he's gone out of the room, I'll say something to the rest of the group real quick. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what you did to my eye, but I could see a different world, a different place. It was on top of where we are now. One eye could see a sea of souls trapped, and I could see all of you. I could see you, Temerity, with your Pharasma symbols and linked armor guarding your soul. I could see you, Torvin, with traces of Torag. I could see you, Oz, with an arcane glow around you, and I could see Rai, and he was different from all of us. I can sense that he's evil. I did not know how to react to that. But after pleading to my God, I do believe it is his divine will that I leave him alive and that he has more value to us alive. So unless I get the feeling that this has changed, I'm not going to bring him any harm, but I have nothing else to discuss with him or whatever that is. I don't even know if it's human anymore.
I look over at Zokar and I just say, this one's real normal tonight.
Whom are you pointing to specifically?
Oh, yeah, I did that when you were out of the room.
Oh, you guys are saying, oh, that's right. You guys are talking.
Yeah,
My bad. I thought we had walked in with Zokar and you were going off about this. And I'm like,
I pretty much waited for you to leave the room.
Oh, no.
Gotcha. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
just trying to be like, look, I'm not crazy, okay? Like,
my bad.
The other people.
Oh, okay. You're talking to okay. Gotcha. All right.
Oz just says, I don't believe in a lot of the same things that maybe y'all do, but I think you let people show you who they are by their actions and not by whatever has happened in the past or whoever they believe in. But that's just me. Now,
You can hear
Reverend,
the footfall is coming back rapidly at this point.
before your father gets here, if you have any other visitors, other than, or maybe even Trip, let us know.
Rye breaks back into the room before you see response from Pevin whatsoever.
Good talk, everyone. Good talk.
And then
Yeah.
followed up as
I don't
Zokar.
feel any better.
His natural jovial nature. He has pulled this loose fit linen cap off of his head and sort of tucked it under the arm. Boy, it's still early. What are you doing in bed still? You feeling okay? You under the weather? Pevin looks around to each of you. I'm fine. I'm fine. Dad, I just found out that Mr. Rice from Nidal, like Mum. Oh, that's not a place. That's not a place that I talk about that often. For reason.
That reason.
Well, my wife, she was a bit touched. And complications, and, well, it brings back bad memories. She passed away some years back.
Yeah, we heard she got sick. Sorry about that, sir.
It's fine. It's fine. I miss her, but I carry on. And, well, I've got to do good by my boy. Plus,
Must be...
I guess, I don't know, I'm working on my cooking.
I know
Must
what
be
that's
good to
like.
have your son.
Hey, Beverin's a good boy. He's a chip off the block. Bit more, well-read than myself. Hey, right, boy. Mom taught me to read before she died. I was never taught to read, and that's a blessing. Come from the gods, or my wife. She was kind of godly in her own way.
Well, I think I would not like not knowing how to read. I'm
It's-
glad Professor L taught me because I learned a lot through those books.
It's not so bad. I focus more on people in the room. I may not be able to read a book, but I can read a room. And
I'm pretty good at that too.
more than that, I can sense there's some disparity amidst all of you.
Well,
Something's
there's
going
some
on.
disparity amidst a lot of people.
I mean,
Your boy just woke up, and I'm sure Rye filled you in on what's going on. So if he starts, acting strange, or if you think he's in any sort of trouble, you just come find us.
Acting strange? Why would be acting strange?
I mean, when you just wake up and
This whole place is a little strange right now. I think you're gonna agree with that.
Well, I wasn't planning on leaving right away. I did bring the cook pot, and it's got wolf balls in it. And I did make an extra stint of them. Put a lot of love in it. There's plenty of garlic and onion, some peppers. I even broke out the honey.
Perhaps we can
That
break
sounds
bread
yummy.
and discuss the situation.
I think that's
Eli's stomach audibly growls.
Oz's does too, and it jiggles.
That's
Whilst
a great
they're
idea.
making sounds, I'm actually making movements towards the wolf
Sure.
balls right now.
Yeah.
Oz, can you make one of them taste different for me?
Like fish?
Like, I don't know, surprise me.
Well, there's a hint of something different in it. I tried, I had some different kind of lumber brought in, and I tried some new things. I did chips, and Well, you'll have to try it. There's a bit of a smoky flavor to it. It's just a new thing I've tried. The stomach knows, my mouth knows more. I learned a lot, and I hope you can try, and at least tell me as much if it's good or not.
Let's not waste any time.
Do that, from one chef to another.
Okay. He moves out to the kitchen, and he asks Kendra to join. She's very, very careful at first, and a little hesitant, but she does join in. And she's very interested in watching each of you because she's not sure who blinded her.
I'm gonna, and at that moment,
I figured we would discuss that too. You know,
Clockwork. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on Temerity's food to make it taste. What did she told him that she liked fish, right?
Yeah, she did like fish.
Yeah.
Is the wild magic still happening?
I don't know.
Wild magic. There was only one. There was only one wild magic use.
Okay.
To make it taste like a peach, because that's funny.
This is when you finally all sit down and you gather your bowl of this wolf balls. This it honestly looks like hand pushed mutton and ground beef together, and it smells like barbecue. Like it's like barbecue meatballs. And he's just waiting. Like you can see there's this like childlike enamor over his eyes as he's kind of like waiting just to see how it lands with everyone.
I make a bowl. I'm not waiting. Right.
I'm on to my second.
Just break out 2 bowls.
For Temerity, and then scoops up a bunch for himself and eats them.
Yay. I'll get like a second bowl so that I can compare. Get 2 balls.
I'll wait till everybody's done getting their balls. I'll get mine.
Sure.
Zorka, your balls are wonderful.
Thank you. Well, it's new and there's a bit of a flair for the wood fire. There's something about this. It's lip smacking. It's very good. Very good. I like it.
Is it actually good? Like when I'm tasting it?
It's actually like it's quite good. It's modeled very like Southern style barbecue. It's got this like almost hickory smoke to it.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry now.
I was gonna say.
I know I'm hungry.
Oh my gosh.
What do you reckon you could do with?
Spicy added to
It's
it.
like North Carolina barbecue.
Yeah,
They're tasty. It reminds me of home a little bit.
It's got a sweetness
Head
to
Chef
it.
Earl makes some spicy. Well, they aren't really balls. They're more like meatloafs. Loaves of meat. It's like bread, but meat.
Well, yeah, we tend to do that with the leftovers.
You can make a bread out of meat.
Well, no, it's like shaped in a bread shape, kind of like a bread loaf.
With a molded
call it
pan.
a meatloaf.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. He knows what we're talking about.
It's more of a.
Head Chef Earl makes it all the time. It's delicious.
He kind of looks you up and down, Torvin. He's like, "Forgive me. It's kind of more of a poor people thing, and well, you don't strike me as a poor. No offense. I'm a poor people too. Sometimes you have to make a log of meat, and it's gotta last, especially when you ain't got much for seasons."
No. I think this is wonderful. This is not. I want 12 logs of meat.
Well, I mean, it could be arranged. I think we can make it happen. Pepper, what do you think? Yeah. We can pick the garlic and the onion. And
can I watch? I want to learn to do this.
It's easy enough. Shouldn't be a problem. And I'm not like one of those other chefs. If you want to learn, well, I'm happy to teach you. You learn your way, and then we can swap recipes back and forth.
What do you reckon you could make out of this?
I'll
kick the bucket with pecker in it with my foot.
Oh! You really kick the bucket with pecker?
I give it a little tap.
That's rude.
Left magic glass in my eye.
Whoa. I mean, it seems.
Hey, what's going on, Pecker? Come here, Pecker.
He seems a little bit attached to that one. I probably wouldn't, and plus I've learned.
Delicious, right?
I will refrain from speaking. I know where this goes, and I've been yelled at before by many a woman in my life. It would be bad. It could be good, could be bad. Who knows?
Speaking of, and I get kind of a more serious look on Rye's face, And I say, I would like to talk to you about your wife and your boy, because it seems like there may be... Rice struggles for the word. I don't want to alarm you.
Can we talk another time? You can see the distress in his face. Not here. None. And his eyes kind of like move back over to Peverin.
Okay.
Well, all right. Eli will attempt to change the subject then. Do you have any blacksmith or shops?
We do have a blacksmith. She's a bit of a local legend, this one. But good luck. She's not keen on working with many people. She stays very quiet. Her name's Jorfa, and she is magical at the forge.
Eli's gonna smile for the first time in a while. That sounds awesome.
Kin to the earth, as she said. She's a dwarfkin.
Where, do you have directions, maybe?
He gives you directions in town. You can't miss it. There's 4 outdoor forges. She teaches people there from time to time.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for the food.
Yes, no problem. No problem.
It's been a day.
Hey, you think things have been a little weird around here lately? I know that you
got here.
You said.
And I think that.
We said things have been different, and I've noticed it too. People have been acting strange, acting a little off. I don't know what to make of it.
Anyone specifically?
Well, I suppose most of them. Kendra's been gone a long time, right? You've been gone away at university, doing book reading and a lot. Learning many things. You haven't been around in years. And, well, when she left, Peverin was wee. Now he's big. And Petrus was... He looks to Kendra's point. Petrus was a good man. He said many good things. He helped a lot of people. And he had many friends, as you can see. Brought all of you together. Takes a lot of energy to do that. I mean, look at you. All of you. You're all different lot. All very different.
Professor L helped me, helped me when other people kind of didn't want to.
Yeah, he had that way about him, didn't he?
I mean, he taught me everything I know. I always looked up to him. Now, who's gonna teach me?
Well, I suppose the people around you. Each of you, right? Are you not friends?
Never met these people before in my life.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know any of them before today. Well, the other day, I should say. It's been a long couple days.
Some friendships are forged in a lifetime, others overnight. I don't know, it seems there's something there. Again, I could be misreading the room, but I trust it. I trust my gut. And it seems like there's more there. I don't want to say, what my wife say. She said there's animosity in that one. And I can see that there's something there. That still lingers. Something hurt. But friendships are forged in different ways. And Petros, come or gone, he's a busy man. He had many friends. And I think you'll learn from those around you. Just as I did. My wife taught me many things. She taught my boy to read. Taught me to be patient. And hell, she taught me even how to cook at first. I didn't like it, but we got to do what we got to do. Who else was cooking for him? He's growing. Does anybody have any words? Anything else?
I'm just eating.
I
Rice
want
just
to talk to him about his wife, but
I don't know what else I can ask him.
Okay, then I think that we'll allow the camera to sort of pull back as everybody really digests and starts taking in the rest of this food. Everybody will heal up over the night, and I'm going to give everybody their first level. Everybody level up.
Y'all, it's episode 8, and we're still level 1.
As you guys, as the camera pulls back, a first very relaxed and calm night. Everyone meeting as friends around a table, even if there's more to learn and more to figure out. Everyone level up. And this is where we will close our session here. And I'm happy to meet with anybody before next session to get you guys your level up, okay? All right. Let's go ahead and get those shout outs so that you guys can get gone. I know Ello's got to go on his in a streak over here. So I want to make sure that I get everybody up. We will start with my man Cobalt. Tell us about your boss. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I'm streaming every day pretty much on my channel. Start at 5. Been going till I just feel like getting off. Been playing lots of Isaac, doing some streaking now that we 100%ed everything. So we're not going as hard, but still finding new stuff and new combinations, and yeah, playing the Isaac. Maybe checking out some Returnal here soon as well. That
Very
was
cool.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, and hopefully, now that you finished the Isaac game, we can get you in some more co-op stuff, like we talked about, I don't know, like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
It's finally coming down to a little bit of a slower pace for me.
Sick. Good. I'd like that. All right, well, perfect. Thanks, man. We got Imperial. Misty, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hi. I am playing still a lot of Stardew, but I'm also sewing and doing a whole bunch of stuff. It's St. Jude fundraising season, which means that my channel basically gets to choose whatever I'm doing, and in some cases what I'm wearing, but not what I'm eating, because no one wants to see me retch on camera. Tomorrow, which almost happened in years past. So that's one thing.
Don't ever put like just the Kool-Aid powder in your mouth.
No, oh
powder.
no.
It was the worst thing that I've
done that.
ever done in my life.
Yeah, I won't do
orange flavor is the worst.
Mm-mm.
I did it more than once.
The only edible thing I'm sorry. That's but the only edible thing I'll do now is if anyone can find me Oreo Most Stuffs, I'll eat those. Like each one is $10. I'll eat one of those because those are horrific. But they're Oreos, so my mind can do it. But we're building like a miniature on stream tomorrow, and people can change what the signs say if they want. But our goal is $20,000, so we're going hard all month, and we're gonna do all the things. You can find me at twitch.tv/Imperial. You can find all my links there, and sub to Bub.
Thank you very much. I went back and I just rewatched a clip. It's an ancient clip of young baby Ello, where he and Cora were streaming, and Cora ate a spider. That's still some of the most intense shit I've ever seen.
No.
Wow.
That was pretty funny. That's old, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
That's some archives and some back in the day
Mhm.
shit right there. Hey man, she made like $500.
Yep. Yeah. That was...
In a time where, I mean, $500 is still a lot. Like, I'm still looking at $500. But like, we were like a new couple. We're trying to get out on our own and stuff. So somebody ate a spider. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
We blacked out and we were $500 richer. And Cora felt some queasiness in her stomach. We don't know what happened.
I can imagine. Wyld, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, buddy?
I'll be streaming again soon. We've almost finished the move. My wife's studio is still in 3,000 pieces. Mine is about to, but it's I've got a new desk coming. We've got things working. But anyway, stream coming soon. Back to Minecraft, and I swear, Path of Exile has me. So at least half the stream for now on is Path of Exile.
Perfect. That's amazing. I love it. I still have to get back into it. I haven't got back into it yet, so I'm looking forward to it. Maggie, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm MargaretKrohn. You can find me at MargaretKrohn because that's my name. I do lots of things on the internet, and if you would like to see them, you should follow me. see how that works. But I'm pretty much doing something every day. I told myself I wasn't going to do that, but then now it's happened. So if you like RPG stuff, I'm doing lots of that on every single day. There's something coming out. And so if you follow me, I will let you know what's happening and what we're doing. I'm also starting up some vlogs, which are more adventure themed. So if you're interested in like off-road dispersed camping adventure things, come check out my vlogs. And that's all I got. Oh, and my day job, I make video games for a living. I'm currently working on a game called Ashes of Creation. If you want to check out that, you can look at that at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. We're going to have a big month-long alpha coming up in June. It's crazy, but
nice.
I'm excited. So, yay.
Nice. We're actually going to be starting It Takes Two on Monday as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm planning on starting to play some It Takes Two as well.
It's going to be a good time. Good time.
I'm really bad at platformers, so I need the platforming parts.
Perfect.
Ooh,
we'll make it work.
Brace yourselves, people.
Perfect. Ello, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you, boss?
Hi guys. I am a streamer here on twitch.tv. If you guys would like to check out my content, you can do so immediately because I'm going to be live right when we're done here. It's not going to be any gameplay tonight. We're just going to watch some YouTube together. It's a lot of fun. Some people consider it to be the most fun you'll have on my channel. I disagree. They have low taste and are wrong. Anyways, if you guys want to join us, I'm going to go live right after this. If you guys want to know anything else like Twitter or Discord or anything like that, you can get all of that on my channel. So yeah, if you want to get to know me, tonight you got an opportunity, or sometime in the future, whenever you guys got time, or don't, fuck off. So, and we also got, what? This is how I talk to
I love it. No,
I talk to my community. It's
I'm the
like,
same way.
no, it's cool, fuck off, or you can come hang out, whatever.
I'm the same way.
I saw Maggie's reaction. I'm like, oh. But we also have Bub here who DMs for us, and we are very thankful that he does. Bub, where can we find you? What don't we know about you that we should know?
Oh shit. I like video games. I do tabletop stuff here a lot. Tomorrow night we'll be doing Shackled City. That's most Wednesdays when my players aren't dealing with life struggles. I also am a regular player over on Roll For It, particularly Saturdays. If things line up in the future, I think I might make a return over there, and that would be a lot of fun. Additionally, what else is there? Oh, Thursday nights I do Alien on Unmade Gaming's channel, as in like xenomorphs and stuff. I'm playing a synth named Kitchens, who I have literally dubbed him the Dopomancer. He makes drugs. That's how he funds their excursions, is by making drugs and selling it to really, really depressed people because, well, this got really real. Go check out that game on Thursday night. So
that's who needs drugs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. Christy, if I don't say this, my lead mod is gonna murder me. Stitch Fate is my podcast with Mathis Games, Little Red Dot, Gaming FTL, and Mark Mir. And it is a Vampire the Masquerade podcast, and it's amazing. We just won Best New Improvised Podcast on the Internet, which is sick. And I was nominated as one of the Best New Voices in Improvised Podcast, which is also sick. There's a lot there. There's a lot of good stuff, guys. It's popping off, and we are actually closing out very, very soon on season 2. So check it out. Let me know what you think. They're short episodes. We've got a production crew behind it. The episodes are about an hour apiece. You'll love it. And if you don't, well, you wasted an hour. Huzzah. That's really as simple as it gets. Welcome to free content. But it's pretty fucking amazing.
You're wrong.
That's right. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Thanks for supporting. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, as well as Patreon. Keep the stream alive, keep the dream alive. That is how I make things happen here. So I'm out of here. Take it easy, folks. Do what you do. Stay safe, stay nerdy. We'll catch you tomorrow. Peace. We're out.